Yo, what is going down, y'all? Welcome in the most underrated podcast you already know, man. Broadcasting from Most Underrated Studios, I'm your man, Thomas the Franchise, the homie Dal Palantonio chilling across from me, JJ Stringstein here at the end of the table. Fellas.
Yo.
Oh, did we time that up or what?
It's perfect.
Right at the end of the intro, the pop.
Felt like you meant to do
hits. It. I did. Low key. No, I didn't. What's going on, fellas? How we doing today on a Thursday? Actually,
is it a Thursday?
It's our Thursday. They'll be hearing it on Friday unless they do the audio only with the...
Wait, today's Monday.
Yeah,
so
it's Monday.
So it's going to be Tuesday's cast.
I messed everything. For some reason, I feel like it's Thursday. You have to work today then?
I do. We're in trouble.
I thought you had the day off.
I have no days off.
Oh, boy. I'm sorry. We started hella late today. I thought you would. That's why I thought you were showing...
I said we better get started.
Before the show, Dallas is showing me... You said, didn't he say we better get started?
Yes.
15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. Then he's showing me clips of AGT, America's Got Talent. This guy's showing me clips on the phone, so I'm thinking in my mind, it had me all effed up.
Oh.
I'm thinking it's for sure Thursday. Dal's off today.
Nope.
He's showing me clips.
Not good.
He's trying to hang out. Oh, my.
Below not good.
I gave you the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Not good.
Dude, we're doing
the most.
the most right before the show today. Oh, dude, I'm sorry.
Damn, man.
You know what else is today? I think Pena started at Coors today.
He did.
How sick is that guy? Left the job.
Yeah.
Moved to another job. He's been trying to get in there for like 3 years.
At least.
Our homie Mike Pena listens to this cast. Shout out to him. And a big congratulations to him, man. He moved over to Coors Brewing Company here in Colorado, and that is a tough place to get a job at.
You have to know somebody. We talk about politics with the real world, and especially the work world. Dude, Coors, you got to know somebody. You got to have an insider for sure.
No doubt.
Now the great news is we have an insider, and we have unlimited Coors supply that's going to flow like water to us. I'm pretty pumped.
This has actually become the Coors Most Underrated Podcast. It's sponsored. We're going to have a beer fridge chilling in the back. Pena, I don't know how you facilitated this, dog, but thank you. Shots to the homie
We
Pena.
appreciate you, man.
But speaking of jobs, dude.
Yeah.
We are talking.
We are talking.
Before the show, we were talking.
Yeah.
And we had the cast go, or we have had some issues here.
Yeah.
With the cast,
issues.
with JJ's computer.
That's correct.
What the hell happened?
Why do you have a Windows?
Yeah, what are you doing?
It's okay. First off, the last Apple I had also crashed massively, and I needed to get a new computer. That was at my old job. Second off, my computer, I'm not fully sure what happened. Like, customer service couldn't even really tell me what happened because they were so confused. So what happened, essentially, Thursday night, I edited the cast. Everything was fine. I went to bed early that night, thankfully. But when I woke up to recovery screen. It was a blue error screen.
The blue screen of death.
Yeah, essentially.
Seen that.
I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what to do. Eventually, coming into Saturday, I was able to reinstall Windows and get it back up. I thought it was working. I told you guys it was working. Everything was fine.
So Friday, he hits me up with this in the morning. Says, hey, man, got some bad news for you. Normally, JJ drops the cast off at my house, or I go scoop it up from him and then get it uploaded for you guys. Or he'll just come by my house and throw it up onto my balcony. So it's like basically looks like it's delivered by carrier pigeon.
Nice.
It's just there when I get home. Yeah. If I'm out like running errands or something, it's just taped up inside of paper towels, a USB drive inside paper towels, thrown up on my deck. Pretty dope.
That's better than staple pigeon.
Yes. So nice one, Dal.
Thanks.
So that's how we get the cast normally. I did not get that we did not get the cast in any of those ways on Friday. I got a blue screen text message that said, hey, got some bad news here.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, let me know if you can get it fixed. You know, let me know what's up around 12, 1 o'clock, whatever. He's like, dude, it's not going to work, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, let's just get the memory cards and get to work. So the next few hours, we met up, got the memory cards, and then I started editing the cast. And so I'm sorry if it wasn't up to JJ's quality.
Super late, too, as well.
Or if it wasn't. Yeah, so it didn't go up till Saturday.
You know what? You handled that pretty well.
And,
if that's exactly how you handled it, you're a pretty fiery guy.
Yeah.
You handled that pretty well.
Yeah, I didn't really get...
Like, what are you going to do, right?
I handled it well. What I got really mad about was the YouTube channel art. That frustrated me way more than anything else. Fuck the cast. YouTube channel art, Jesus me.
Take that L on the way out.
The cast was fine. The channel art, I called JJ and I'm like, dude, please help me figure this out. Go into my channel, look this up, communicate with our boy Trohai, our designer, because I'm like, dude, I don't know what to tell him. I don't know why this is not turning out correctly. It looks fine on the TV. It looks like dog shit on the phone. Looks terrible on the tablet. Looks worse on the computer, desktop. Like, why does Dude Perfect's page pull up perfect? What is going on?
Yeah.
I was getting so mad, dude. And I'm on JJ on the phone. I'm like, dude, this is not your fault, but I'm mad, dude. I'm seriously about to run into traffic right now. I'm so frustrated. I'm trying to edit this cast together. Yeah. I'm trying to get the channel art looking correct. I took the channel art down that we had before with DJ T-Bone and Trav Nasty, and it was us three up there. And now that channel art's gone, and I put up the new channel art that's not in the right dimensions. Guess what? What? Is something playing?
Yes.
Yeah, is that mine?
Has to be.
Yes, that's you, dude.
Dallas has got 15 tabs open and his Pornhub started playing. Sweet. During the cast, awesome, Dal.
Take
Got
that
him.
L on the way out.
All right.
Fixed it.
Yeah, channel art is quite tricky if you've ever tried to do it because the whole idea is to make a design that will fit your TV, your tablets, your computer, your phone, and they
YouTube
all
pulls
have
up
different
differently on every device.
Yeah.
So you have to have, so it's insane because YouTube gives you the dimensions. They say, here's the dimensions that we recommend. This is what it should be. 2553 by 1449, whatever it is. Something in those in the range. So I tell Trohai, I give him the dimensions, our designer. I'm like, hey man, just make something dope that's this dimension's cool. He hits it back. It's the right dimensions. I upload it. The shit is a mess, just like I told you.
Right.
It's everything that I just
It's good on
explained
one
to you.
platform, but on the other four,
The
it's not.
thing is
Yes.
that that's perfect for TVs, which most people don't realize because when you go into YouTube's format, they have a specific thing that has like this like 15 by something, like
A safe
just
area, they
small,
call it.
Yeah, a small safe area in the middle of the freaking thing that like where all the text and logos should go because if it's too big, you will see it on the TV, like you said, but on like your computer or phone, you won't see it.
Which is ridiculous because most people, 70% of people are doing mobile devices of sorts.
Yes,
Whether
exactly.
it's a tablet, phone.
Exactly.
So, and do they call that a banner?
Yeah,
Like,
banner,
yeah,
banner,
gotcha,
cover
yeah.
art, same shit,
Gotcha,
right?
yeah.
So I gave Trohai the correct dimensions that I saw on YouTube. He designed it to that. He had no idea. When it says safe area, I'm looking at that thinking, okay, this is where the shit has to be to not be cut off. And it doesn't tell you that initially. It just tells you this is what we recommend. It doesn't go into all that unless you go into like the FAQs and all the extra shit. So it's a terrible job by YouTube not letting you know. Like if you don't do this for a living, you don't know.
Right.
You have no idea that the dimensions of the thing aren't just good, that the graphics inside and the text have to be specifically formatted and spaced in a certain area for them to show correctly on every platform.
That's weird.
They don't tell you all that until you get into the whole rabbit hole of FAQs and all that stuff. So meanwhile, I'm trying to edit the cast and get the cast up on Friday. I'm messing with the channel art. I messed it all up because Trohai sent it to me. I was excited. I uploaded the Patreon one. Looks fire. I was like, perfect. Worked out. I go to upload the YouTube one. It's messed up all over.
Not good.
So then I'm like, dude, JJ, I'm trying to get this cast edited. We're already late. This thing should have been up 2 hours ago, but I just started editing 2 hours ago. We got a ton of work here. Please help me figure this out. I'm pissed off. I'm about to run into traffic. And he's like, don't worry, man. I got it under control, dude. I know how it goes, man. It's frustrating. We'll get it. Da, da, da. So props to Stringston. He came through, calmed me down, got the channel art done, then drafted up an email to send back to Trohai to properly explain to him what we needed to be done. Because I was like, I don't want to tell him. I want to give a clear communication to him one time. I don't want to have to be like, hey, man, something's messed up. I don't know.
We're almost there.
Right.
We're not quite there.
So it was a good, thanks, JJ. It was a good team effort. JJ picked me up while I was just melting down from doing the cast, which I was fine with. I just couldn't take on another task while trying to do the cast, which I tried to do, and it got messed up in the middle.
God, this was all Friday, huh?
Friday.
Yes.
I was working.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
So,
As Tom Stefanik would say.
Enjoying the corporate
sorry.
life over there.
Sorry.
So that brings us along here to having to start shooting live. I think we're going to have
We're not even shooting live, more editing live.
Yeah.
But
we're going to have to spend, it's going to be probably between 2 and 3 G's
Yeah.
to shoot this thing live. and to try to execute. But it's going to give you guys same-day video.
Yeah. Benefit to us is we're not having to, depend on computers and blue screens of death and a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
In theory, JJ can control this, bring in the pictures that we're talking about, bringing in the content we're talking about right on the fly, putting it up there, and moving on.
It's a learning curve. It's
Yeah.
going to take a little bit for him to learn. It's basically like he's a TV producer. He's
That's
doing.
sick. He's Jeff Kirby over here.
Yeah, he's doing. Yeah, but live on the fly, like he's bringing in the
Yes.
highlight reels and doing all. Like he said, they're editing a little bit more behind the scenes, but he's doing similar thing on the fly. It's going to be tough and it's going to cost a lot of money. So I don't know. I know you were talking about stepping away from the job. We were talking about going. This is something I think we're going to have to do to be able to do it full time. If we're going to be able to do this full time and have the production quality, this gives us not only the ability to not have to edit the show and rely on all that stuff later on, but it gives us the ability to go live if we want. If we want to go live from anywhere, anytime, we can with this setup.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool. All you have to have, you have to bring these mics or this on the road, whatever, but
Well, when we're on Radio Row, I think it's going to be sweet.
yeah.
So
here's what we're going to require from that. We're going to need to get, we just found out, I was just looking up the iPod Touches. They don't film 4K, which we don't film in 4K anyway.
Right.
We shoot in 30 frames, so no.
We shoot 1080p, 30 frames per second, which is what the iPod Touch does. That's going to be the cheapest route if we buy 3 iPod Touches. So we have 3 different cameras here. That's going to be the cheapest way to go. If we try to do iPhones, they're going to be more expensive. Now, my question to you guys is, do we go cheaper now and get the iPod Touches, and then later on we need iPhones? We want to shoot 4K, we want to up our quality, we want to take it to the next level, and then we do that when we cross that bridge when we get there? Or do we just buy
All in now?
All in now. I don't know. Money's
Do you think
already
they
tough.
will ever make an iPod Touch with 4K?
I don't know.
I don't know, because they discontinued them, I thought, for a little while. Then they brought them back.
Shit.
So
I still think I still
know.
look at it like, who the hell needs an iPod Touch anyway? Who's buying these things?
Right.
8-year-olds? I think that's the only thing I can think.
But that's the great thing about it. No one wants to buy it, so that makes it cheap.
Right. That's exactly why we're talking about getting one.
Yeah.
But that's exactly why I don't think they need to have it shoot 4K.
Yeah.
They want to keep the price point
yeah.
down.
So what's
That's the whole goal.
Yeah.
What's
You know?
the what's the cheapest iPhone that shoots 4K? Do the 8s
Or
or is it the 10 series?
I think it's the 7, dude. I think it started shooting 4K on the
Did
7, 7S.
So you think the 8s are for sure? Because why I ask?
You know
is-
why
is-
I say that? Because the one JJ has of my iPhone is a 7 or 7S, and it shoots 4K.
Gotcha. The reason I ask that is because obviously we know that a new iPhone is right around the corner that's going to be launched in September, correct? That's what they always do every September, the new iPhone. So at that point, because I think right now an iPhone 8, let's just say a basic 8, I think it's like $560.
Yeah.
So then you see that dropping
Damn.
another $100 at least, $50 to $100 when the new iPhone comes out. So that might be something to think about as well. So I don't know, just throwing that in there.
Say it again now.
So Apple, right? They always discount product when the new product comes out.
Okay, so
But
we
the
can
thing
get. But
is
that's still,
that we're gonna have to
You're
wait
still looking
a
at
month.
$800.
Yeah. And the fact is, you're still buying a phone, something that requires a SIM card, and that's what you're paying that premium for that.
Right.
We don't need that.
We don't need that.
We don't need a data connection. We need the
No.
Wi-Fi.
We
which
need
is
Wi-Fi to
easy.
connect it to the initial.
So I feel like the iPod Touch is still the best way to go. Getting like a 128 gig iPod Touch, something that can hook up to the Wi-Fi. It's a downfall that it can't shoot 4K. But if we go into the phone realm, we're still paying for things we're not going to utilize ever in that, and it's hard to squeeze that out. So we get 4K, but we have phone potential. We get an iPod Touch, we're never going to grow in terms of our video getting better.
And then even on top of that, I also need an iPad.
Right. So we got to buy those iPod Touches or iPhones, and we got to get you an iPad to control
Yes.
it. Most
Yeah.
likely an iPad Pro. That way we don't have any issues with processing
Right.
or speed or anything like that. That's another concern. We've talked about the Wi-Fi in our building here. We may have
That scares me.
We may have to bring a booster
That
or get a
scares me
booster
lot.
for our area because, like we talked about, we're on the bottom level here.
Yeah.
And it's just not the greatest signal sometimes. We've talked about connection. Has been a little.
Sure.
So we may.
Like
Just
we
to
ha-
get here's what I don't want. I don't want a low connection with the iPads connecting to the iPod Touches of the phone, and then it creates latency within the video. So now it takes your 1080p 30 frames down to 720, and it really looks like shit, and you have to export it at 720. So that's all this stuff is new. I don't know if, and that might be only the streaming quality that it does there, and it still exports just fine in full quality. I
Right.
would assume it should.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Right.
This is all stuff we're gonna figure
like
out.
some camera just cuts off in the middle of it or something like that.
Because the signal's not strong
Yeah.
enough or something. Also, I mean, we got people out here thinking we got wood wallpaper. We got to get some decorations going in here too.
Some
Yeah, no doubt.
motherfucking shelves.
Yeah, we got. So all that, we're gonna have to do this, and we got to have you full time here on the show.
Yeah.
We got to get you full
quit
time
today.
We're putting the pressure on.
Like
We got to get you
today,
full time.
man.
We got a lot of stuff to do.
I'm
Now we got a lot of stuff to
struggling.
pay for, which is not always smart. Quitting the job
Right.
to pay, but
We want you to quit your job, but yet we have thousands of dollars expenses coming up.
Right.
So let's make a choice here.
that being said, if you listen to this cast, I don't know how this gets. This is getting let's call it average of 3,000 streams per episode across all our platforms. If everyone could throw down $1, I mean, if you listen to this cast and you could just do $1 on the Patreon,
We'd be in good shape.
we'd be in some that'd be
killing it
dope,
right
dude.
now.
I mean, think about it. Everyone listens to the show. Let's just say you're $1. That's paying the bills. That's helping us buy our shit. You know what I mean? Like each person on the Patreon. But all that stuff being said, we need you full time over here, dude.
Yep.
We got to get this going. We got to.
because I'm fucking scraping by, man.
What's the
I
plan
need
here,
to
Dal?
like.
What's the plan? It's coming up. I will tell you that.
Dude, what the hell, man? I'm dying over here.
Yeah, no doubt. What are you talking about, man? You got EMT school coming up. You got
That's
a lot
more
of
money. That's more bills, dude. My shit is just stacking up, so I need this shit to like start popping.
You're stacking debt.
My
It's not
computer
stacking
just
chips.
died, dude. I need to pay for that
Dude,
shit.
We're
Like,
on the bus today. We're on the struggle bus.
Yeah, no doubt.
We're on the struggle bus. But I think the direction all the stuff the direction we're going, all the things that we've been through to this point, we've made it through everything. We have not faltered. We have not wavered.
Yeah.
We'll miss a cast here and there based off some vacation, some shit. But realistically, we threw a studio together. We found a space to get into with all the shit that since we've started this thing, we've just kept it rolling and kept it rolling and kept it rolling. So there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to be able to do the same thing with this, being able to film the show live, getting the equipment we need, you quitting the job, us making this happen, dropping the merch, all this stuff. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind we're going to be able to make it work.
Yeah.
And if it fails, I mean, we went all in, There's plenty of
But
people
the
out here that listen to
longer-
this show that would probably that would be glad to employ me. That would be glad to give me a job if I had to
Yeah.
get a job. It's not my goal. I don't
Say
want to
it-
get a job. I want to do this full time.
Right. Sales jobs are a dime a dozen.
Not only
Easy.
Exactly. And not
Most
only
underrated podcasts, not a dime a dozen.
not a dime a dozen.
Just a dime.
and I feel like the
Some birds in the
more
background.
Wow.
we
Why not?
push this farther, like we keep putting it off, our failure rate starts going up. I feel like because it's just like it just keeps getting pushed to the side and never really.
Well, I think
made a priority.
I think franchise said it best. I mean, take for example, climbing up a ladder, right? We're
Yes.
kind of going rung by rung, and you're making it. There's progression within it, but at the same time, is it going to get better? Well, sure, because muscle memory and our talking and our content and our programming will.
What if
But
someone
like,
set
have
the
we
ladder on
evolved?
fire?
Have we been setting a precedent? Have we been Are we bringing innovation? Are we bringing new styles? Like, I feel like we're doing quite a few things different than a lot of podcasts
Right.
out there. Just based off of our content, we're not just talking about our lives, right? We're incorporating lives, football,
Or we're not
gambling,
just interviewing people.
everything,
A
right?
lot of people are very one-dimensional in
Yeah.
a podcast. They stick to one style. Look at every celebrity that starts a podcast.
yeah,
They all
It's
just interview
interviews.
their friends.
Yeah.
They all interview people
Which
they're
is cool,
connected with
but-
in the celebrity
Yeah.
community
Which-
because they have access to them and the regular public doesn't.
sure.
But
Which
does
is
that
huge,
differentiate
too.
anything between all their podcasts? No, they're interviewing all the same people.
Right.
Go ahead.
Which is like the biggest reason why people do that is because they're able to kind of like attack that person's audience. So they bring in more people to their podcast so they could get more listens. So I get why they do it, but I also understand what you're saying too, because after a while it kind of gets old and it's just like at what point it's like you run out of people to interview. It's like, well, fuck,
Yeah.
man.
My goal for
Kai
this-
Omar lasted 7 episodes. He got all his friends and family, and now
That's the wrong one.
I'm
I started giving him applause. We got to dead that real quick.
glad you didn't do the Johnny Idiot face.
Here's what I'll say. My goal for this show is to have an interview every show. I would love to have a good interview every show, a compelling interview, someone nice that we can talk to every show. I think it breaks the show up. I think it adds something, and it gives the listeners something that a different perspective, or they'll learn about something, a product, a service, a channel, whatever, a conversation that they may not have ever thought about listening to anywhere else.
Right. And
they're listening to this person on our show because it's on our show. They would have never, they wouldn't have gone and sought this person out. So that's why I want to do, I'd like to do an interview per show. I would like to grow into that. And obviously it's got to make sense. I mean, I have a million people hitting me up. Hey, what's up with the podcast? What do you mean? What's up with the podcast? This is the messages I get.
Really?
I say, what do you mean? They say, how do I get on?
Oh.
I say, well, I look at their page.
Yeah.
I see 328 followers. I can message back. I say, what do you do? They say, well, I got this rapping thing going, and I'm starting to do this acting. Okay, cool. Where do you live? Oh, I live out in Iowa. Okay. Did you make the move to LA yet? Well, not yet, man. I'm saving up the money. I'm trying. Well, hit me back when you make the move to LA. You're starting the acting thing. You've gone to a couple auditions. You've got some things going on. You've dropped a mixtape. You got a little something to promote. It's actually good. Actually, you've put some stuff up on iTunes, maybe not even a mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with it. The show fucks with it. I think the audience would like it. Yeah, that's when we'll get you on. That's when we'll get you on the show.
Yeah.
That sounds good, right? It sounds like you now you've got something to promote.
Yeah.
It makes sense for you and me. It's
Yeah.
mutually beneficial for both. What do you think this is? You think I have no job and I just sit here in this studio to have someone that no one knows about on?
Yeah.
To have just a random guy or a girl
Yeah.
to have them on my show. I'd rather bring Dal's dog on barking into the microphone. I'm sure our listeners would too. Realistically,
Yeah.
why?
What story do you have to tell? Where are you coming from? Where are you going?
Right. How is it mutually beneficial? I can't have something that only benefits you when I'm the motherfucker in here doing all the heavy lifting every day, twice a week.
What do they say? What do they say to that? They're like, "Oh, you're a hater."
No, I don't say any of that. I just let them know. I do like I said. Hey, well, when you move out here, when you got there, when you did it, then it makes sense. I try to explain to them in a respectful way.
Nice,
my guy. This is not benefiting me at all.
Mm-hmm.
What you coming on my show is doing what? It's not. I can't even say it's giving me content because a lot of the people are going to be like, "Oh,
skip
right over it," or "Oh, they got so and so like on the show." Talking about what? Talking about his mixtape or talking about his album? Like I never even heard of this guy. I don't know his music. I don't like it. Just doesn't make sense for me.
Then we lose credibility.
Exactly.
Well, like, what the hell is franchise doing bringing on this fool or ma'am?
Right. Makes no sense at all.
Right.
So that's the kind of stuff that like look at what we talked about ThriftCon. Mm-hmm. Talk to Mario.
Yeah.
Gonna try to have Mario on the show Thursday.
Sure.
ThriftCon is this weekend.
Yeah.
Gonna try to talk to him. Makes sense. It's into what we're into. He's promoting an event that he has going on. Yeah. We're helping him promote the event. We're probably going to attend the event.
Yep.
It makes sense for all the sides. That's something that's beneficial. Someone randomly coming on here just to talk about whatever or to talk shit or whatever, like, or just to promote, like I said, a mixtape no one's ever heard of. It just doesn't, there's no benefit for the show. There's benefit for you, and I don't want to be an asshole, but it's not.
Yeah. Might as well just give JJ his own segment.
Right.
For God's sakes.
Right. We might as well have JJ just promote his EMT classes.
At least he's about the cast. At least he helps with the cast.
We might as well have JJ. The users honestly would get more benefit out of JJ teaching CPR on here.
Hell yeah.
Probably.
Right.
And squats.
Some stuff, that right there is something they can use. It's beneficial.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to make sense.
Yeah.
So, and I know, here's the funny thing. I know all of you guys listening that I just went off on this tangent. None of you guys are the ones hitting me up. It's people hitting me up that don't listen to the show, that just come across my IG or come across something on social media like, oh, hey, man, I saw you got the podcast. What's up with it? What do you mean?
What is up with it?
How do I get on? And then we go right back into the whole loop I just explained to you. Those are the people that are hitting me up. People that don't even listen to the show. They don't even know anything about the show.
Well, now you have a referencing point. Episode 85.
Should I clip this out and put it up on my IG and make it a highlight?
Yeah.
How not to get on the show.
Yeah. Episode 85. Here's your reference. Take a listen. Hit me back.
It's funny because it's like it sounds rude as fuck. Like I'm not trying to sound like I'm Howard Stern over here. I'm not sounding like I deserve the elite of the elite guests. I'm just saying it has to be topical and relevant. I brought Jamaro Brown on last week. We had Jay Brown.
Right.
Guy's 1,100 followers. He's not blowing it out of the water.
Sure.
but he's only been on there 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
He's growing. He's organic. I like his story. He's a nice kid.
He's in the sneaker culture.
He's in the sneaker culture. Makes sense for the show.
Yeah.
Had a great story about Kick Square.
Yeah.
Inform people, hey, maybe don't use Kick Square.
Yeah.
This is what's been going on.
Then
He had
we-
to help other fools get their money back from Kick Square.
Yeah.
So maybe don't use Kick Square. Like, it's not a party to shit on Kick Square. We're just trying to bring awareness. It's beneficial for the show. That's all I'll say on that. I burned a little too long on that. Let's move on. We got a lot of show for you. A lot of show. Let's break down here. We're going to talk a little bit about some NFL stuff. I went to training camp yesterday. Had some exclusive access, which
Saw
we
that.
didn't get the other day on the vlog. So that
Nope.
was cool. We'll talk about all that. I want to jump into just some different NFL, some training camps. Sneakers is off the charts today.
Lot.
Sneakers is just insane. Obviously, the StockX breach. We need to talk about that. We need to talk about Yeezy Day. We need to follow up. We talked about that last episode. We need to follow up what happened.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, all of that. Sneaker releases coming out this week. You and I both have some pairs of sneakers coming in. So obviously YouTube comments, we'll go into all that. First, let's start off with your weekend.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know it was the weekend. I was going to skip right over the weekend. For some reason, I thought it was Thursday open the show today.
Yeah.
Actually, not for some reason. For a very good reason. Because Dow started showing me a million clips before the show.
And we're
acting
wasting
like we
time.
didn't have to get the show underway. So I was like, this fool's, it's Thursday. It's
Yeah.
got to be Thursday.
Got to be.
So yeah, how was your weekend, Dow? What did you do?
Weekend was good. So Friday, when you guys were dealing with all the cast issues, I was at work.
Cast shoes.
Cast shoes.
Like cashews.
Cashews. Yeah. Nope. So I was at work all day. Didn't actually do anything Friday night. That being said, Saturday, I even got on my socials, man. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I did see it.
Did you? JJ, did you see it?
I saw it's looking nice and empty
Dude,
today,
I was
though,
the one
but I
who
saw.
posted up on the most underrated, and I was
Ah.
like, "Oh, look, Dallas is on a story or something like
Good
that."
man. So let me tell you something about socials real quick. So I'm a little new in the game, and
We know.
I take
We've been here.
No way.
I take it.
You're new in the game?
I take it pretty
What
serious.
is this,
you know,
like your second story or something?
yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe third or fourth.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's-
I'm
Getting crazy. Getting
triple-
crazy
I'm-
up in here.
I'm triple that. That being said, you know, when I'm doing this and I'm making posts now, because we actually have a platform and we have an audience and things of that nature, man, I'm overthinking everything. As I start to kind of take the picture, as I start to put words to it, you know, I'm kind of overthinking it, and it should just be a basic post, you know.
Yes.
You want to hashtag if you need to hashtag, if you want to mention somebody, if you want to put the location in. These are the things that are new to me. It's like, well, do I put the location? Oh my God, I forgot to tag most underrated, because then it gets shared on both platforms, and that's just better business for everybody.
You, by any chance, did you post a photo, then delete it,
I
then
did. And
okay.
then, because there's no
I
way
was
to
about
edit
to say
it. There's no way to edit the photo and add most underrated
because
podcast.
I like noticed it, and then at first like it was missing, and then
Yeah.
a couple minutes later it was back up. I was like, "What the fuck?"
And then
happened?
I had to add the most underrated podcast because I didn't before I published it. So I had to.
This is all stuff you're learning, Dow. Wow, look
like,
at you.
This is all new to me, but I like it. It's fun. So I'm kind of putting that tiptoe in the water kind of thing, but I'm enjoying it. I like it, and more to come. But that being said, date night. We went to Growlers USA, took the pup, man.
I saw
So
that.
I actually said date night with company, and screw Robin. She wasn't even in the picture.
I saw that.
It was just the dog and my beer, and maybe the sunset.
Did she want to be in the picture?
Nah, she gave me the idea.
Okay, good.
She's like, babe, perfect moment. Take a picture. Switch me seats because I'm not facing the sunset.
Wow, so you're not even up on the
Damn.
socials fully. This is your lady.
Damn.
Wow. Dow, perfect opportunity. This is,
Hey, I'm getting coached by everybody. It's fine. At least I'm okay with some coaching.
at least you're
right?
coachable.
Yeah, at least I'm coachable.
That's what I like to know. As soon as you're quitting your job here,
Yeah,
that's what I like
Dallas,
to know.
can I coach you through things? Is this going to be okay?
It's good to know you're coachable.
So I'm coachable, but
Carry
yes,
on, my wayward
Yes,
son.
thank you, Kansas. Nice. That being said,
Can't
Go
wait
ahead.
to take photos.
Carry
for you,
on.
man.
yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, I'm looking forward to JJ taking some photos for me, man, because he's pushing me to get out the job. So at least this guy can do is take some photos for me. So that being said, so we had a great night that night. Sunday, dude, yesterday, I had a honeydew list the size of Guatemala.
Why?
Well, because Robin, you know, has been doing a lot of new things to the kitchen, right? We got the countertops,
yeah.
we got the cabinets, and we got, you know, all these new light fixtures and whatever,
So
dude.
you have to pick up some slack.
I had to put on some dimmer switches yesterday.
Oh.
You think, hey, do I look like an electrician to you?
A little bit.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, nice hoodie.
All right. The mullet, right?
Yeah, the mullet.
It's the mullet.
Backwards
Okay.
painting cap.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm probably showing a little bit of crack now, but the seat, can see it. You guys can't. So I guess
I thought you had no ass.
that's true as well. It's
He's
just
probably showing a little bit of back. Man.
yeah,
Not
just
crack.
a little back. But that being said, I mean, dimmer switches aren't bad. I mean, you have a single pole, you have tripole, you have all these different poles of switches. You know, the amount of switches, the amount of current going in and out. You know, flipping breakers, turning breakers off, that kind of stuff. Like, I dabble in it, but I ended up putting about 3 new dimmer switches because she just got like 3 new different light sectors, dude, and it's really beautiful. But so I had to do that. And that was one of the 2 things that she absolutely I had to get done. That I had to get done.
Yes.
The second thing was mow the lawn, right? We all know Sundays, mow the lawn day, right? Well, I was going to do it, and that was my plan. That was my intention the whole time. And I was like, you know what? Let me one up this. I hate cooking. I stay my ass out the kitchen, or my back out the kitchen for good reason, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm scared of it. I'm going to mess things up. Sure as shit, I did.
No, you're not, though.
I did. Watch. Check this out. So I was like, dude, babe, I'm going to cook us hamburgers tonight. Pretty easy, right? And I'm like, I got this hamburger salad. We got this. No big deal.
We got this, or I got this?
I got this.
See, that's the first mistake.
I got this.
First mistake.
I got this.
Nope. We just did the same thing, and I'll tell you my procedure versus yours. Go ahead.
So the propane grill, I didn't even check to see if we had propane.
Oh, great.
We didn't.
Of course.
So that kind of takes my badass
Gusto
cooking
away,
and my gusto away because, right, key to grilling is you must have a beer and you must have propane. You have to, right?
Yeah.
Or gas, right?
And some dad shoes, man.
I know, no doubt, man. I had my
New Balances on?
no energy, neutrality, shitty New Balances, aka the Ted Safarian specials.
Nice.
I had those on yesterday.
Yeah.
I had no propane. I had to change my whole plan.
That's why you have to run a gas line out to your grill so you never have to deal with that anymore.
I don't have the money for that. By the way, I'm quitting my job here and we're going to do the cast. So now I really don't have the money. But I had to switch it from outside to inside. So I had to fry up some hamburger inside the kitchen. It's a brand new kitchen. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to even been there. I don't want grease splatters to go everywhere. That being said, I get the meat and I start packing it into like the circle,
Yes.
getting it real nice and start seasoning it. And I'm using seasoned salt. I'm using garlic powder, garlic salt. I'm using a little bit of Italian seasoning in there, and some minced onions in there. Just doing it big, right? Packing them. Hold on.
Yep.
Packing them up, right?
Yep.
And so then I make 3 out of this pack of meat, which means I should have made 4. I should have compressed them. I should have made them a lot smaller, a lot thinner.
Compress them when you have them on the frying pan.
Yep, messed that up. So anyways, I put them in there. I start frying them, right? And I'm like, damn, these are taking a little while, but smelling bomb because I seasoned them really well. I over-seasoned because usually if you go really light on the seasoning, they're okay. They just don't taste
Some of it
like
comes
much,
off,
right?
yeah.
So these things end up like flaring up to look like oversized meatballs. Okay, these things.
So you're cooking baseballs?
I'm cooking, dude. I'm cooking like women's-sized softballs in this frying pan. Now, here's where it gets a little sketchy.
How the F do you manage to do that?
Yeah, this is why I stay out the kitchen. Here's what starts to happen. The meatballs, the oversized softballs, let's call them, okay?
Do they
Fuck your
explode?
meatballs. They didn't explode. They were taking forever to cook. And because of that, every time I flipped them over, multiple sides were burning because the seasoning was still left in there. And it took forever to cook these through, right? Because the centerpieces of these oversized or half-size softballs were taking forever. I got my meat thermometer. I keep sticking it in there. I'm like, 120, 118, 125. Not good. Okay? This ground beef is supposed to be at least above 141.
Oh, yeah.
141 is medium rare. So anywhere from like 155 to 160 is like
just go out to a farm and just bite a live cow.
I need to be at like 155 to be medium, right? 160 to be pretty good and everybody's happy and I'm not going to get anybody sick, okay? Dude, it took forever. So what started to happen was these things were getting burnt. I'm getting smoke throughout the house. My dog is deathly afraid of smoke detector sounds. That like high-pitched squeal. Dude, these things are about to go off. I'm opening up all the windows. I got towels. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get this smoke out of here. I have the over the oven fan going, and all I'm seeing is just like smoke plumes. I don't know.
This is some of the worst I've ever heard.
Dude, when I woke up before I came to the cast today,
Not good.
I was like, oh my God, I still see like faint smoke like trails in here. And Robin, she goes down, as I'm getting ready, she goes down. She's like, hey, babe, I really appreciate you cooking last night, but goddamn, I had to open up the whole house again. I had to spray inside the house. And I'm like, she's like, but I was really, really proud of you. Long story short, the house is smoking. Here's what was scary. Dude, here's what
Almost on fire here.
Here's what was scary. And Robin and I noticed it because when we were doing dishes last night, this was what was scary. So she has this red like saucepan, right? That she uses.
You burned through it, didn't you?
I burned through the sumbitch. It went from red to black. Fade to black, no Metallica.
I'm confused.
Dude, this pan started chipping
He
on the
melted
side.
a fucking pan.
Dude, I melted a pan because these things just took so long. What's that?
It's fire cracking in the background.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
it's
Ah,
I added a little campfire.
Nice, dude. So I'm actually melting and cooking through this pan because it took so long. And then, of course,
I can hear the pan searing. This is nice.
Yeah.
I'm getting a good vibe.
Dude, the smoke started happening. So I'm like, oh, dude, I gotta fix this. So I'm like, I get a topper. So I put this like topper inside the saucepan to keep the smoke away.
Dude.
And the thing's getting so hot, we're like melting through the pot almost. Long story short, we had to throw this new, fairly new saucepan away because I jacked up a saucepan. Like, that's the thing. Why would I stay in the kitchen? I got to stay out the kitchen.
Okay.
Go ahead, JJ.
Not only, for Thomas's point, not only asking her to come join you was an issue. The fact that your grill had no propane was the biggest issue and the biggest red flag.
That's the biggest L.
So,
Well, Robin, keep in mind, she was at yoga this whole time.
what night was this?
Last night, I was trying to do
Last
something
night.
nice
If she was
for her.
at yoga and
Yeah.
you had some time, why didn't you just go to King Soopers or something, or even freaking 7-Eleven and get some propane?
Oh, good question. Didn't think of that.
Did you already have the burgers made and stuff, and then before you realized you're out of propane?
Yeah, well, so I had the burgers already prepped.
Yeah. You
But I
should've
could have
just threw
still
them in
left. I
the
could have threw them in the
fridge.
fridge,
Boom, yeah.
put a little
What are you
saran
doing?
wrap over
Right,
it, and then got some
exactly.
propane.
What are you doing?
I was like, well, shit, I can. My mom's cooked hamburgers in the. Robin's cooked hamburgers.
We do
on the
too.
grill or on the on the gas grill. I'm like, I can do that inside the house.
First mistake you made, not asking her to do it together. But she was already at yoga. So
I was trying to do
understand
something
that.
nice
Right.
for her. Yeah,
So you were trying to do nice.
Yeah.
That's not possible.
And I
so
got
I'm
her-
going to give you a pass on that.
and I got her favorite wine as well.
Oh, nice.
So that
Okay.
was ready for her.
All right. So I'm going to give you the pass on that because she
Okay.
wasn't home. You were
Yeah.
just trying to
Yeah.
romantic it up.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. So the real first mistake you made is not having Beyond Meat. They're already there. They're already patties ready to go, dude. You put them in a frying pan, they fry up perfect. You put them in on
They're
the
the
grill,
perfect size?
They're perfect. Not only the perfect size, they're already. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to add salt. You don't have to. They're already
Really?
ready to go, dog. Yeah, ready to go.
Well, like, because it's not meats, can't you just eat them raw like that?
I definitely wouldn't recommend it, and they still say to cook to 145
Oh, really?
they?
on them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why. I don't think you're gonna get like sick, like you were talking about.
Sure.
But it's not. It's probably not good. Like just the way it is.
Just the
it's,
taste.
Yeah,
and
it would
everything.
probably be. It would probably.
The juices aren't like really flowing in the
You never want to
burger
eat
and
it. You'd be
everything,
like,
yeah.
what the? Why would never want to eat that again? You know, it'd be weird. It probably wouldn't get.
It's
the same
just more to
taste.
get that more burger vibe.
Right. So you could, dude. We've done them in pan. We've just done them up, the burgers up on frying pan multiple times.
Yeah.
And then we've done them on the grill too. We just did them on the grill the other night. We went out, burgers ready to go. I grilled them up. Had my girl in the kitchen. She cut up some lettuce and tomato and stuff, and then did 2 fried eggs so we could put a fried egg on top.
Oh, damn.
Bam, dude. We did that. It was fire.
That was
Fire.
way better than mine. The burgers turned out pretty well though. They tasted
They weren't
Pretty well.
meatballs?
Huh?
They weren't meatballs?
the oversized softballs.
Oversized softball? What is
No.
it? Oh,
No, they were
oversized baseball.
Yeah, they were
Golf ball.
They were pretty big. They're bigger than a golf ball for sure.
Wow.
it
So,
was just so thick.
yeah, it's
Not good. But they actually taste pretty good. I put some pepper jack on them. You know, we dressed them out.
Next time, do Beyond Meat. They're portioned for you already.
I'll
They're
do that.
like you don't have to do anything.
What do you get? 4 patties in a pack?
2.
2.
Oh, damn.
Yep. But you can buy the ground chuck. If you do buy the ground chuck, you can make those into hamburgers, and it's a
make
pound.
more.
I don't think I'm going to make my own
But-
hamburgers. I think I'm going to get pre-cut next
Yeah,
time.
pre-whatever done. But here's the thing about Beyond Meat. They came out with a new recipe that has. It looks like marbling, in the meat. It almost looked like little, you know how sometimes in ground beef, you'll see marbling, like little pieces of fat or like marbling. And it's kind of unattractive. Me and my girl were like, why would they do that?
I see that in steak. I wouldn't want to see that in a burger.
I'm like, yeah, I don't like it. I'm like, why do they do that? Why do they do that? It cooks better. It's part of when you cook it, it melts into the patty. It's not, in meat, it's actual marbling and tendon and fat and whatever.
So it's like
Beyond
seasoning
Meat.
almost?
Yeah, dude. It's like
butter
almost. Yeah.
Wow.
So dude, you literally, when you
hell?
buy Beyond Meat patties, make sure you buy on the top of the thing, it says new recipe, or I don't know if it says new recipe or it says new look maybe.
Gotcha.
New look. Buy the new look ones.
Buy the
old ones are not
marbleized.
bad, but the new ones are better.
Fire.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, way better. So, and yeah, the marbleized joints, because they already they're seasoned and they have the proper amount of like oil and shit ready to go in them, dude.
Nice.
You put them in the pan, they're good to go. You don't have to use any more oil or salt. So that's a lot of the argument for a lot of people. Like, oh, well, you're not eating meat. This is more salt and da-da-da-da-da. And it does. If you look at the packaging, it has more salt than meat. But you season meat. You add a bunch of shit to it, salt to it. This you don't. So by the time you're done, this is still probably healthier, or it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You're just not eating meat.
You know what you're getting, but you don't necessarily know what you're getting when you're seasoning yourself.
Right.
I wouldn't know.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You may like you talk about over
I'm burning fucking pans over here.
Yep. All that shit.
So anyways, to wrap that up, I didn't get to the lawn mowing. I thought I did enough.
Oh.
So guess who had to mow the lawn this morning?
This morning?
I thought I did enough.
Dude, dude, before the cast,
I did enough.
I thought I did enough. And you know what? Like, I was mad.
What do you mean you thought you did enough?
Dude, Robin,
wait.
Robin woke me up.
the burgers.
Stop. Did you say I thought I did enough because she came and roasted you? She said, Dal, you didn't get the whole list done. Or did you thought you did enough, but you forgot some stuff? Who made you feel like you didn't do enough? Where is this going?
No, she made me feel really good last night, even though she was scared for the house.
Okay.
She made me feel
so
pretty
then
good.
where does that comment come from? Because that makes me want to blame Robin, like Robin
No,
putting
no,
you
no,
down.
no,
okay,
no,
see,
no,
that's how it
so
sounds.
you.
That's
So-
how it sounds.
Okay.
Oh God, there's too much. There's so much to the story. There's so much to the story, dude. It's not even good. Not even good. How do you? Before we did the cast this morning,
Yeah.
I don't know how I kept this under wraps. All this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just
I had to tell you
spewing
save
here.
it for the cast every 5 seconds.
I'm spewing here. So she comes up to me, wakes me up
This morning,
at
okay.
7 this morning, right? You know, we usually get to the studio, 9:15, 9:30?
yeah.
She's like, hey. I'm like, hey. I'm just relaxing, right? You know, I don't have to open this morning. Don't have to rush to the cast. She's like, hey, really appreciate last night. I'm so thankful for it. You made me really, really excited. You made me feel good. I said, great. That's awesome. Can I get back to my YouTube videos here? No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But I'm just relaxing. I love it, man. You know, I got the AC on. I got no shirt on. Just got the boxers on. I'm just, man, it's
Posted.
posted.
Post
man.
Malone, yeah.
Post Malone, no balone. It
And?
ain't no getting it. But here's the deal. Then she's like, what about the lawn? I said, what about the lawn? Like, I mean, can it wait? Like, I gave you this awesome dinner. She's like, I appreciate it. But I said,
But the house smells like shit and the grass is long. What's up?
I said,
almost caught on fire.
I said I needed 2 things, and I made that pretty damn specific. I made that clear, right?
Oh,
and I'm like, yeah, but I made you dinner. Like I
You almost burned down the house
I
in the
didn't
process.
choose not to do the grass, but because I made you dinner, I didn't have time for the grass. It got dark, and the house almost caught on fire.
You want me dealing with, I almost burned the house down yesterday. You want me putting gas in the mower today? Like,
So
let's
she
get
didn't even
rest.
say anything. She just gave me the look.
Oh.
I got my ass up. I put some shorts on. I put the lawn mowing. Dude, I used my Solar 2.0s, my Solar Red 2.0s. That's my mowing shoe. You got to see the boost.
Why?
It is god awful.
What happened?
I hate that shoe.
Why?
That shoe is not good.
What happened?
And I uncaged it. Remember back in the early days?
Oh, the Solar Red.
I don't like that. I don't like that shoe. So that is my lawn mowing shoe. So I put the lawn mowing shoes on, man. I got the which ones did I have? I had the Fomer Simpson uncivilized mesh blue shorts on, no shirt. I get my safety glasses on. I mow that damn yard.
That's
and
today, this morning?
Yeah,
Wow.
like really quick. Just hop out of bed, do it. I'm pissed off. I'm like, God damn it! Why couldn't I get a little something? I cooked dinner last night.
Yeah.
I'm a little mad. I come in. She's like, "You're mad, huh?" Yeah, a little. Yeah, I'm a little mad. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the situation. I let people down. You let me down. You know that I don't want to have allergies during the cast. We got expectations here. We got people listening to us. What are you doing to me here? But I'm not mad at you. And then she's like, she walks away. She's like, you're mad. And dude, she's angry. Dude, She didn't talk to me the whole morning. I haven't talked to her since. This is so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna have to just change like really quick and get right in the whip and drive right to work. I don't know what's going to happen, but this isn't good. This isn't a good start today. I was feeling a little off. Now I'm feeling really off, but I feel like I'm not right. She's not right. Nobody's right. I had responsibilities, but I went above and beyond, but I didn't get that one responsibility done. She's saying, I need you to go mow it now. I'm like, I got a cast to prepare for. I cannot have my face melting.
Yeah,
I cannot have, JJ's going to make fun of me. Franchise expectation. You know what? How am I going to quit my job? I can't get kicked off the cast.
Dude, that's the thing. If you quit the job, you could mow right after the cast.
God dang.
You'd be good. You would have been You'd be mowing right after.
So let me tell you why.
You'd go home and mow.
Let me tell you why it was so important for me to mow.
Okay.
Robin, without me, decided to make a decision that I don't know that I'm happy with. And we've talked about it. So this isn't new when she hears this. She cares about a lot of people. She cares about a lot of things. She cares about the earth, the environment. She's super great.
Yeah.
That being said, she loves animals more than life itself. Okay. I do too.
Yeah.
I'm a big dog guy.
Okay.
She made a decision kind of without me, but I didn't okay this. We're fostering puppies.
What?
Oh, shit.
They're coming to visit today the house, i.e., why I had to mow the lawn yesterday or this morning.
Wow.
They're coming to visit to check up on the house, make sure things look good.
We're 50 minutes into the cast. We're 50 minutes in. No, you're having kids? What?
We're fostering, which means we hold on to them and then they go to like an adoption event that next week. They're probably going to get adopted. It's not like we're going to hold on to them for very long. No, there's no money. This is like we're trying to care. We're good karma. I know you as a pet owner wouldn't understand because you've never been through something like this. But
as a non-pet owner, you mean?
As a non-pet owner, yeah.
I wouldn't understand at all.
I was a pet owner and I don't understand.
Into my house that's messing up my house, making mess and
puppies.
Right.
Puppies.
I would not know. Not doing that
for a week.
No.
So we're taking puppies. It could be a week. It just depends how fast they get adopted.
Wow.
So I'm putting love into these puppies and I'm probably not going to keep them. It's weird. All these emotions. I miss my dog that I lost January of 2018. I don't want more puppies. I don't want more responsibilities. How do I quit the job? I quit the job to be a puppy caretaker.
You're going to be
What's going on here?
You're quitting the job to work at the pound in your own home?
I don't know.
This is like the therapy class. This is not quite applause. This is like, thank you for sharing.
I think I need to take a break. I'm gonna hand it over to you.
Do we need to go to commercial?
Yeah. Can we get a Rejuvenator commercial up in here, please, real quick?
Oh, dude.
I think I busted a blood vessel in the head. So I'm gonna hand it over to you and Stringer. Okay, you guys take over the next segment. Okay. So yeah, that's my life. Welcome to my world.
I can't believe we're 50 minutes in and we just now found out about this.
Wow.
It was a hell of a weekend. This was all decided. This was all happening. I saved it for the cast.
This is why I don't like. I get that people fast forward the show, but if you do, I mean,
you're missing out.
You miss so many gems. Because there's just so much stuff that we can't set up that just comes up.
Yeah.
It's just gold.
I didn't expect to be that emotional.
I didn't expect you to be a dad this fast.
So when did you find out about this?
Friday.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so that's the whole weekend stuff. I need to get some things cleaned. Robin was cleaning the weekend house. I didn't want to text you guys because I didn't want to ruin the content.
What about Saturday? Couldn't you have mown the lawn Saturday?
Well, I had to work until like 6, and then Saturday night's usually our date night, right? So I had to do that. That's pretty important because that's kind of a staple, Yeah, so no Jeff, but anyways, here we are. I'm here, man.
I like it.
I'm here. How was your weekend? JJ? How was your weekend?
No, dude,
what's going on?
That's what I was just gonna say. Everything. I already talked to you about my stuff because
aside Friday,
Friday. Saturday, I was still getting all that up, still getting everything going. I was working on more content, and then he was working on his computer all weekend. We were texting back and forth,
trying to get it back together.
Yep, trying to figure that out.
And then training camp last night.
Training camp yesterday. That's right. So I went to training camp on Sunday with the homie Thomas from Ascent Eyes. You guys know I get my glasses there.
Yeah,
love if you guys need glasses, dude, hit up Ascent Eyes on Instagram.
Yeah.
Really good dude. Works with the Denver Broncos, works with a bunch of people. So he's cool with the Broncos. He works for a lot of players there. They go in, get glasses. So we were sitting in the friends and family section, which was really dope.
Nice.
We roll through. You get to park in the nice parking lot.
Wow, you guys weren't on the hill like us, huh?
We walked past the hill people.
Okay, nice. Those vagabonds.
That sounds bougie as hell. We walked right past the hill people.
We high-fived them.
We said, good luck with your sunblock. Have fun.
Yeah.
We'll be over here.
Yesterday was super hot.
Roaster,
worst.
bro. We were in the shade hot. I was
Yeah.
like, I can't imagine those hill people today.
Dude, you had on the correct shoes for multiple reasons. Thomas, our boy from Ascent Eyes, had the worst shoes on.
Awful shoe.
What'd you have
choice. I was wearing the white, off-white Vapor Max.
Nice.
Part due.
Part due.
And
that's a great shoe.
Yep, with the blue laces in. He was wearing the Fear of God Raids.
The blacks?
Black pair.
Damn.
Oh, jeez.
Black Fear of God Raids.
Those don't breathe.
That's
They absolutely don't.
That's exactly what he said.
They don't.
He goes, dude, these shoes do not breathe
They
at
don't.
all. He's like, and then he had them strapped up. The strap was like kind of the material was kind of puffing out the side a little bit. It started to kind of crease a little bit, the material up on top. I was just like, man, that looks like a rough.
You should have helped him.
What's I supposed to do? I
Yeah.
mean, where's your size? You could have helped him. I didn't have it. I had extra shoes in the car, but they weren't his size.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was like, hey, you want to throw on these 12 and a half Pharrells?
Hey, Robin and I live, just a mile and a half away from Broncos T camp.
Camp started at 9:15. We met up at the Target on at 9. Jumped in one whip, right on Parker and Rappo there. Jumped
nice.
in one whip. Drove down to camp. Rolled in the friends and family parking lot. Rolled past the hill people. Rolled in. Got a little sticker that said friends and family.
When we were just the hill people like a week ago. That's great.
Yep,
I love it.
Exactly. So Deshaun Hamilton got him. That was who got him in there. Who,
Oh, nice.
Like put him on the list.
Yeah.
So we had a sticker, had a little 17 on the bottom, saying who we're with and everything.
Sick.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. We go in there, we're watching practice, enjoying practice. You can't take a ton of video. So I just snuck a couple boomerangs during, but you can't really take video or anything until after the practice. I took a little more video there, but it was cool, man. Being able to sit in that friends and family section, and then after the practice, being able to go over the rope and just out onto the field while all the other fans are kind of roped in, and Vaughn is over there signing, and I'm like looking at the back of Joe Flacco 5 steps from him while he's signing from the crowd. Nice. I'm standing next to Von Miller's mom, who looks like she'll beat the shit out of you. big black lady with a bandana from Texas, bro.
Yeah. Was she wearing Carhartt attire?
No, she wasn't. It was way too hot.
Oh.
Way too hot.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
They're big Carhartt people.
Nice, dude. Yeah, nice. She was just sitting right down the way there, chopping it up. Manuel Sanders' wife chilling down the way.
Yep.
Like his kids running
there?
it up.
Nice.
Kids there in the Balenciagas.
Were they wearing Fendi and
Fendi,
what was the other?
Gucci, Prada, Balenciaga, all the Gucci,
Those guys
all
are
the
dripping,
above, guy.
sure.
Yeah, all the above. So got to chop it up with Deshaun Hamilton, and actually a couple other players chopped it up with him for a little bit. Ron Leary.
Nice. Ron Leary.
Derek
He's a
Wolf.
big guy.
Derek Wolf with the dreadlocks. He's looking like Bray Wyatt.
That's crazy.
Dude, have you seen, you know who Bray Wyatt is?
Nuh-uh.
Wrestling?
Dude, if he doesn't produce this year, we're going to let him go, I think.
I think,
What do you think?
he's going to, I think, unfortunately, I think it's going to be his last year anyway. I
Think
don't
so?
think they want to re-sign him to another big deal.
I don't think so
Kind of
either.
reminds me of the Chris Harris situation. They got him cheap when they got him.
Mm-hmm.
Harris signed a cheap deal. Wolf signed a cheap deal. And now it's like, hey, we're not going to overpay now for a guy that's aging.
Mediocre.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now the next contract they get, they're not going to take a discount from what the discount they already took.
Absolutely not.
They want to get paid now because Chris Harris is like, I already gave you a hometown discount. That's just not the biz, brother, especially at that position. At a cornerback, you don't pay aging guys tons of money. You took a low deal. Broncos took advantage, won a Super Bowl during that period. And now it's
You
on.
got screwed.
Now it's moved on. You know, they're not going to pay a 31-year-old corner a ton of money.
Is what it is.
Especially when the guy could fall off the cliff at 32. They're like we talked about.
Yeah.
They just fall off in the secondary. D-line's a little bit more forgiving. I guess you can last a little bit longer.
Sure.
They can shift you around. They can bring in and out on certain packages. I guess they can do that in D-back. They can move you to safety. But even this day and age, dude, there's so much young, dynamic talent. Why would you bring an aging guy even into the safety role? You don't need to. So as much as I love D. Wolf, I don't think he's going to be here. I think he's going to be like Chris Harris. He's going to be gone. But I had a lot of fun at training camp. Theo Riddick was out there. You were telling me. I didn't see him because I didn't know what number he was.
Right.
The rosters we had were not updated.
Ah, yeah.
So he was out. I did see your boy Bug Howard.
Oh, did you?
Remember he got injured
Yeah.
when we were there?
How's he?
Not practicing, still on the side,
Still?
stretching. I'm like, he ain't making the team. I told Thomas that day. I'm like, dude, you can't make the club in the tub, especially if you're a guy that is on the bubble like that. Even River Craycraft, I couldn't think of his name last episode.
Oh, yeah.
Episode, That's a guy that's on the bubble. If he doesn't start, he's injured too. If he doesn't start getting in there and returning punts and running some routes, what can we do? We got 8 receivers on the depth chart. We can only keep 5.
When are we going to get rid of Jake Butt?
Dude.
How long are we going to drag this shit out, dog?
Guys.
Same.
We talked about it yesterday.
But when
we talked about it, me and Thomas talked about it.
When's enough's enough?
Here's the thing. I do not, for the life of me, understand how they kept Jeff Hireman on the roster.
Yeah.
You keep Jeff Hireman. He hasn't done anything for the first 4 seasons. And then this offseason in February, you sign him to a new 2-year deal. You give him a 2-year extension. Then you go draft Noah Fant 3 months later in the draft.
Right.
So now you're paying a tight end in Jeff Hireman for what reason? You've got Noah Fant, a young guy there. You've still got Butt, who's trying to work through the injuries. You still got Troy Fumagalli on the roster, Troy Fumagalli looks, the guy just looks yoked.
Yeah.
Dude. Like he's tall, he's huge, he's big. I don't know what's not working there. I saw him at camp yesterday, and I see him standing there on the sideline. I'm like, why is this guy not getting reps? Why is he not out there? Why is he not? I don't understand. I don't know if they're trying to get Fant reps or
what they're doing.
I don't know. But Jake Butt, it worries me.
It's just like Hogan was getting all the reps, and we're like, where's Locke?
We talked about that too.
We're trying to get locked in here.
I feel differently about Hogan.
Really?
Dude, did you see the preseason game?
Yeah.
In the first quarter, so let's talk about that. We haven't been on since the Hall of Fame game.
Sure.
We haven't, I guess this kind of bleeds into that. Thursday night Hall of Fame game, Hogan comes out lighting it up, dude. He comes out lighting it up.
You were shocked as well?
Drops from Fant, left and right. Actually just drops left and right altogether. If Hogan,
I saw, yeah.
If Hogan, if a couple of those guys hang on to balls, he probably puts a couple touchdown drives together. Instead, Drew Lock goes in there after him, looks awful.
Awful.
But Drew Lock threw 2 of the most beautiful deep balls down the sideline yesterday in camp, dude, and it was so cool standing right there. Just seeing that thing coming down, dude, humming. Like an NFL ball is just different.
Yeah.
You're standing there under that thing and the sideline's right there, and dude, you're just seeing it drop down, and that thing is on a rope.
Just looks like a dime.
Right to the end zone, and both rookie receivers failed to bring in the catches, dude.
What?
They were both touchdown. The DBs were beat. One of them could have been pass interference.
Yeah.
The DB grabbed him by the back of the shoulder pad, but it hit homeboy in the hands. He still should have caught it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the difference between elite receivers.
Yeah.
That's why these guys are there where they are. You know what I mean? The difference between elite receivers bring that in.
Hot hands Haney.
The hot hands Haanen.
Hayden. Damn
hey,
it.
hot
I was
hands.
so close.
Yeah, hot hands Haanen. So yeah, man, camp was fun. It was fun being that close to the action.
Yeah.
Being out there seeing everyone. It reminded me of my old media days when I'd be out there. I used to do a radio show from camp when I was hosting on my show. So it was cool. It took me back. I was looking for some media friends that I know a lot of people in the Denver media. So I was looking for some of my friends in media. I guess none of them work on Sundays. That's fine. None of them out there covering the team on Sunday. Gosh. I saw the media contingency was small.
No camp observations?
That was probably 10, 15 guys. No.
None.
No. Other than what I just gave you.
Gotcha. That's a pretty good one.
That's it.
I enjoyed it.
So yeah, what did you think of the game? Hall of Fame game?
Yeah.
Did you watch the whole thing?
A lot of drops. Yeah, a lot of drops. I think that was the biggest opportunity. Not a lot of hype. I think there was maybe 20,000 people in there, something like that. So, not a lot in attendance. Yeah, I don't take a lot.
Well, I think that stadium's small as hell.
Yeah.
I think it's super small.
What did you see?
Dude, we're lucky Atlanta's so bad. Their second stringers were bad. I'm not saying they're going to be bad first team, but dude, their second stringers.
They were
not
awful.
good. I thought we were bad, and I was like, wow, that second string and third stringer.
Yeah.
Those are stringers.
They just look confused out there.
Those are a second and third stringer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sure.
Those are stringers.
No broken computer.
No broke.
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, man, I didn't really put a lot into the game, man. I mean, what about Rippon?
Drew Lock disappointed me. Brett Rippon surprised me. But he's
right?
also playing against the absolute worst competition that's on the team, So he threw 2 touchdown passes late. A lot of people on Twitter were making big
we got to start him. Yeah,
Brett
right,
Rippon,
man.
ladies and gentlemen.
Get out of
I
here.
was like, okay, calm down. Let's calm down.
That reminds me of Chad Kelly back in the day when we put him in, and he was going against like the worst of the worst.
Reminds me of Sloter. Remember Sloter?
Oh, Kyle Sloter?
Team Sloter.
Damn,
guy.
get out of here.
On Sloter.
Yeah, everybody was.
Yeah.
I think I was too a little bit.
I was. He was from UNC.
Yeah.
We was same
He's
school.
a local boy.
Same school.
He was a Bear.
Dude. I was trying to see what was up with that guy, but they traded him to the Vikings. Still on their practice squad though.
Yeah, for sure. So, but the Hall of Fame induction
ceremony.
What'd you think of that?
Watched the whole thing. I thought it was awesome. I didn't. I thought Ty Law's speech was awesome, incredible.
It was great.
He was crying throughout the thing, which
Yeah.
I had tears too. It definitely got dusty with Pat Bowlen. That was allergies were flaring.
Champ Bailey, he had his little scarf where he's wiping his sweat off, wiping the tears.
Oh yeah.
When you incorporate how pumped he was to be a Bronco, to have the opportunity, and then including Pat Bowlen obviously in his speech. Obviously that rings. That was my favorite. But in terms of anything else, I think you're right. The sculptures.
Yeah.
Ed Reed's.
This one right here. I thought Ed Reed's speech was tight because he was winging it.
Yeah.
Ed was really winging it at the beginning, and then he got into the background. I thought Ed was going to go super short at first. I was like, oh, shoot, he's going to go short. But he ended up getting it together and giving his whole background. But yeah, he looked...
Dude, they got the dreads. They got the beard right. That's one of the best sculptures I've seen, with the Hall of Fame.
It looked
inductees.
great.
He looked great.
Everyone looked great except Champ, I thought.
Yeah, Champ.
Everyone looked great, but Champ just wasn't... I don't know.
Yeah. Remember Ray Lewis's back in the day with his hair?
Yes.
Dude, that was pretty wild.
Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they put a bandana on him like he always wore?
I know.
Like they did with Dion. You know the primetime one?
Dion's sweet.
They got a bandana. Dion's is tight. I think Dion's does show teeth, though.
And that looks weird.
Yeah, teeth looks weird on the sculpture.
In the
it just doesn't. They should never show teeth. Never
on a
show
bronze,
teeth.
On a bronze sculpture, don't show teeth. Looks weird.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like your Costco membership. When you take it, you just look like Hillbilly McGee. It's not good.
I'm trying to think. Is Hines Ward in already, or is he going in?
I think Hines Ward is in, isn't he?
Hines Ward. I'm trying to remember his bust because he's always smiling. How did they do his? You know what I mean? He had to, dude. That guy's
always smiling.
Oh, dude, Hines Ward. Why am I blanking on Hines Ward?
Hines Ward. I don't know if he's made it in yet. Now
I was just gonna say, dude, I don't think he's been retired for 7 years.
Yeah,
you have to be retired 7 years, guy.
Right.
Hines Ward.
Isn't that surprising that Champ Bailey already is? I feel like that's It's
oh no, you know what? Look at this. Look at this, guy.
What up?
This year, Hines Ward misses Hall of Fame cut for the 3rd straight year.
Does he?
So, dude, he's been eligible. He just hasn't gone in.
Yeah, and that fool is always smiling. Every picture you see of Hines Ward.
I know. Wait till you see his Hall of Fame bust, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Hopefully they don't do the teeth, but I don't know how you don't.
You got to do the teeth on Hines Ward.
You have to do. Just there's certain guys that smile's electric, man. Damn, I didn't know that. Hines Ward's been getting declined.
Yeah,
declines Ward.
So yeah, that's what I got, man. What's on the agenda now?
Let's no, I wanted to move into the sneakers and stuff, but as we finish up on the Hall of Fame, actually, I was gonna play a couple clips from the Hall of Fame. I don't think we're gonna do that.
Okay.
I think we're just gonna play because if you saw it, you saw it. If you didn't, you didn't. I mean, it's something some people want to watch, some people don't want to watch it, but. Right. I thought overall Tony Gonzalez had the best speech.
Yeah,
he crushed
Tony
it.
Gonzalez.
It was long as hell. It was late in the night. It was the last speech.
He even said he was appreciative. Of everybody still staying. But
he had the greatest stories, dude.
Yeah, he did.
The stories he put together. If you love football, and you like the curtain peeled back behind the scenes, and you like motivation, go listen to Tony Gonzalez's speech. I loved what he said. Before we move on, I just want to make sure I covered that because I loved what he said about the Vince Lombardi book. In his 3rd year in the league. Did you hear all that? Mm-mm. So his 3rd year in the league, Tony Gonzalez lit it up his 1st year. His 2nd year, he was terrible. Bad. Really bad. Yeah. And he said that the local media turned on him. The fans kind of turned on him. Everyone was like, is this guy's going to be a bust?
Right.
And everything just switched. And he had gotten a thing from his brother. Like his brother sent him a card in the mail or something.
And Marcus Allen, remember, reached out to him.
And Marcus Allen,
hey, Playboy, give me your phone number.
Yeah, give me your phone number. Yep. Marcus Allen said, give me your phone number, and then called him that night.
Yep.
And just told him to keep his head up, say he's doing some good things, and he taught him how to treat younger players, which was awesome. Because as you know in sports, you get around the wrong culture, you get around a bad coach, you get around to some bad teammates, it can really affect how you play in a negative way. It can make you a lot worse athlete than you are or than you would have been, or great coaching can make you a way better athlete than you ever thought you could have been. So that right there was huge. But the other thing is his brother hit him up after his 2nd season or going to his 3rd year and was like, man, he was really down on himself and down. And he's like, keep your head up, dude. Just keep your head up. Keep working hard. Keep going. Then he attached this thing of Vince Lombardi quotes. and all the things Vince Lombardi said, all the quotes that he has said, and legendary stuff. And he said that fired him up. He's like, that really inspired me. It made me feel something. And I liked what I was feeling when I read that.
Nice.
When I read that it was like a little book or a little thing. And so he's like, for the first time since 7th grade, I went and bought a book. He's like, everything else I did was always required reading. He's like, I never knew what it was like to just read for fun or read for enjoyment or read for inspiration. So he's like, I went and bought a book. I went out and bought a Vince Lombardi book. And he's like, I read that thing cover to cover, and I just loved the way it made me feel. It made me so amped up. It made me my competitive juices start flowing. Then I went and bought he started reading all these biographies. I went and bought Bo Jackson, Jerry Rice, and I started learning
Tony Robbins.
Yeah, what the greats, I don't know if you said Tony Robbins, but what the greats did. He's like, I started going out 30 minutes to an hour before practice, hitting the jug machine, catches, going out, staying after practice, hitting the jug machine, doing catches, working on my footwork, working on my hands. And I did all this stuff with my helmet on, with my shoulder pads on, with my mouthpiece in, putting myself in the moment, because this is what the greats do. This is what those people did to get to the position they were in. It wasn't just great talent. It was so much more than that. And he's like, I would say everyone up here that's on the Hall of Fame stage has great talent, but they have an even greater competitive drive and work ethic. Like, that's what gets them to this place. Thomas and I from Ascent Eyes were talking about that yesterday. We got into that. Talking about what creates a great player.
Right.
Me and Deshaun Hamilton were standing side by side. He goes, you and Deshaun Hamilton are like the same size. He's like, what separates you guys is the competitive drive. I'm like, calm down.
Yeah.
That guy's, we're the same size. That's about where it ends. That guy, at the fastest I ever ran in my life, before any knee injuries, for anything, I was probably a 4.6 guy. 4.7, 4.6.
Yeah.
That's not fast enough for a wide receiver. I mean, I guess you could look at guys like Anquan Bolden and certain receivers that aren't that fast, but they have size.
You could be a tight end.
I could. Get out of here. Tight ends, you have to be huge.
Yeah, you have to be big.
You have to be bulked up.
Yeah.
I'm wide receiver size, obviously, but I'm not even close to fast enough. So these guys not only have elite gifts, which they do, but they also have an elite work ethic. I bet you there's a lot of people out there that got those elite gifts that just didn't work hard enough to be put in that position. And then there's a lot of people out there that worked their ass off and they got to their peak performance. And you maybe saw some of those people in high school that went to high school with you. Mm-hmm. You out there listening. College, maybe you out there listening. You probably knew some of these kids that just, I can think of people, names are crossing my mind right now, of kids that should not have been as good as they were, but they worked their ass off. So they ended up being better than me, even though I had way more natural talent. I just didn't work as hard as they did. But it still took them they still reached their peak at some point, and it wasn't the NFL.
Right.
Being out that practice yesterday, it just shows you, dude, like exactly what Tony Gonzalez is saying. It is the elite of the elite of the elite. And then the Hall of Fame is even more the elite of that. It's the people that are in the NFL that work, that not only have the same talent, but they have that competitive drive and that fire and that work ethic. It just takes you to a whole nother level. And that's what separates the guys in the Hall of Fame.
Yep, exactly.
So, but me and as we move into sneakers, I was chatting it up with Hamilton yesterday, and he's wearing the off-white soccer cleats, the orange ones.
Okay.
Because I go out there, I'm like, we're talking about my off-white Vapor Maxes.
Yeah.
We're talking about his, and he wears a size 12.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, I'm exchange info with him. Uh-huh. Hopefully, if you got some shit you're selling, let me know. I got some stuff I'm selling, you let you know. So we wear the same size. So I was like, shit, this is perfect, Then, so the dude, I'm like, where did you get those cleats, bro? Because I looked up, they don't even have the off-white, the bright orange soccer cleats. I didn't even find them on StockX.
Yeah.
They only have.
Are they called the Mercurial?
Something
Mercurial.
like that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not on there. And I was like, dude, this is what I need to complete the fit. I got the soccer jersey.
Yeah.
I need these cleats.
I'm trying to run some routes.
Yeah, and I guess they can't use them for games, but he's like, we can use them for practice.
Sick.
So super sick. Yeah, dude. He just had the off-white, bright orange, too bright orange. Dude, you could see him out there running routes.
They almost
flashing.
look like the fake Bronco jerseys.
Yeah,
exactly. That are sold off of Federal.
Exactly. We saw a cute few of those at camp, the bootleg Bronco jerseys. Just a smidge off on the orange.
I would say
just a little too bright on the orange.
Yeah,
little highlighter on the orange.
Yeah.
Broncos are not quite highlighter orange.
That's correct.
Bronco jerseys. But let's jump into sneakers and fashion, man. Tons of stuff to go over for the weekend. Do you want to just start with the breach?
Yeah, let's start with the breach. I mean, we'll give our takes. I mean, everybody's got an opinion. You know, it's just like an asshole. We all got them. They all stink. So, I mean, I think we'll give our takes, you know, because I think some people will be interested on our takes. But outside of that, I think we'll make it pretty quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, do you want to run down the story? I mean, I think everyone knows the story.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously StockX, so they actually confirmed that not it was hacked, but their, you know, roughly 6.8 million customers, their information was breached, StockX was breached, and, you know, you might have some other entities that now have your information. That being said, some of the things of the information that they might include would be names, email addresses, passwords, and even as much as like shoe sizes and or addresses. So it is something to be kind of leery about, something to be a little scared about. But those are some of the things that might have been breached. Also, you know, just samples of contacts of people, you know. But that being said, what happens with this information? Why should you be leery? Why should you be scared? Why should you maybe take precautions of protecting yourself?
Let me go over this. This is an article from TechCrunch who actually broke the story on this. Do you know about all this stuff? Do you know about the behind the scenes on how StockX even found out that they were hacked? Any of this? Do you know any of that info?
Not really.
I mean, I think it's important to give all the facts that we know.
Sure.
Before we give an opinion.
Do it.
So the fashion and sneaker platform pushed out a password reset, urging emails to reset their passwords due to system updates on last Thursday. You talked about that, right? Yep. So after a spokesperson from StockX eventually told TechCrunch that the company was alerted to suspicious activity on its site, but declined to comment further. That was initially.
Sure.
But that wasn't the whole truth. And that's what I think people have issues with here.
Sure.
So an unnamed data breach seller contacted TechCrunch claiming to have more than 6 million records that were stolen from the site in May by a hacker. The seller declined to say how they obtained the data, but in the dark web listing, the seller put the data up for $300 for sale. You heard that?
I did hear that. Yep.
One person at the time of writing this already had bought the data. The seller provided TechCrunch a sample of 1,000 records. We contacted those people and provided them information that only they would know from their stolen records, such as their real name, username combination, and shoe size. Every person who responded to our story confirmed that their data is accurate. This is confirming from TechCrunch.
Yep.
So the stolen data contains names, email addresses, scrambled passwords, believed to be hashed with MD5 algorithm and salted, other profile information such as shoe size, trading currency. They were also able to see which device type each user was using, whether Android or iPhone, and the software version.
Wow.
Several other internal flags were found in each record, such as whether or not the user was banned or if European users had accepted the company's GDPR policy. That's a whole nother policy that's for Europeans on the side of StockX. You can read up on it. I don't need to get into it for this story. But when reached prior to the publication, neither the spokesperson, Kathy Cockrell, nor StockX founder Josh Luber responded on a request for comment. A voicemail left on the spokesperson's cell phone was not returned either. A non-attributable statement published late Saturday confirmed the reporting, but the company did not answer our specific questions, including why it failed to inform customers when it first learned of the data breach and why it misled customers prior to our reporting.
Yeah, more than 2 months ago.
Yes, neither Luber or chief executive Scott Cutler, brand new,
the new guy,
have commented on the breach. Jake Williams, founder of Rendition InfoSec. Oh, sorry, the website just hit me with your ad blocker is turned on. So it's not showing me the info anymore. So I'm going to have to go turn off the ad blocker. There we are. And we're back. Okay.
We are back.
So Jake Williams, founder of Rendition InfoSec, said the company robbed their users of their chance to evaluate their exposure by not informing him of the breach when it happened. StockX was valued at over $1 billion last month after a $110 million fundraiser.
Yep.
So there you go.
Which we talked about.
Yep. So there you go. There's kind of all the info, what happened with it, what info was actually given out. That's everything that we know so far. And it's from TechCrunch, who actually broke the story because they were contacted by someone that bought the data on the dark web. Okay?
Yeah. So now I think it put, obviously, StockX, it put their backs against the wall. So they obviously had to come forward.
Statement, right?
They dropped a statement on Saturday morning that basically, I don't want to read the whole statement. You can look it up. But they basically just allude to, hey, StockX deeply cares about privacy. In recent days, the company has discovered, in recent days, that's the problem. It says our company has discovered a data security issue when this happened back in May. So now we still kind of, as a customer, right, of StockX, we still have some things that say that maybe aren't as truthful.
Yeah.
They're not alluding to back in May when this stuff kind of broke. And I think as a $1 billion company, you don't think that they realize you don't think that they know that this happened in May. So I think even this disclaimer that came out from StockX on Saturday morning, there's still some not the whole truth in there on their part. But they said, hey, we discovered a data security issue. We want to provide you with an update on the situation. So they basically just said, hey, we were alerted to everything. We asked you to set your passwords. We saw that there was an investigation engaged in a third-party data incident, obviously selling it on the dark web, that kind of thing. So they kind of realized this, and they obviously say username, hashed passwords, purchase history. From our investigation to date, there is no evidence to suggest that customer financial or payment information has been impacted. Could be true. Yeah.
That's what does it say? Of our evidence today.
Today. So
this is they've been clear in this statement. This is an ongoing investigation.
Right.
Okay. So that's not clearing anything.
Exactly.
That's just letting you know as of today, we don't know if the final financial records were touched. We might know tomorrow though.
Yeah, you bet.
We might find something else out at the end of the week.
Yeah. And then they say, while conducting our forensic investigation into the suspicious activity, and out of an abundance of caution, we implemented immediate infrastructure changes to mitigate and address any potential effects of that suspicious activity. These infrastructure changes included a system-wide security update, a full password reset that we all got in the email, right, on Saturday morning, high-frequency credential rotation on all servers and devices, and a lockdown of our cloud computing parameters. So that's what they've instituted because of this behavior to try to rectify this. But again, they say, hey, as we continue to investigate, StockX will continue to take additional measures. We're here for you. We recommend that you use your StockX password for other accounts. Change any passwords that you possibly can. We take data security and privacy very seriously. We'll continue to communicate with our customers and work hard to protect those who trust with their shopping experience.
How do you feel personally as a customer? We're both customers of StockX. Yeah. How do you come out? How do you feel?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on what the company should do? All the above.
Sure. For me, just personally, not talking about anybody else, anything else, any other situations. This isn't new. Okay, this has been going on for, many years since we've had the internet. We look at the last breach, which I believe was a company, Capital One, who just got hacked. And the individual who supposedly hacked this, the picture
Equifax was a huge one too.
Yeah, I mean, Equifax, all these,
Sorry, what were you saying?
This is not new, but that picture of that hacker got on the internet, and, who knows if they'll find him. I'm sure they will. That's how social media works these days. It's easy to find people. Look at the chick who licked the ice cream and put it back in the fridge, right? Now she's in possibly federal charges here. You know what I mean? In terms of the health stuff of that. But data hacking is no surprise to me. I think it's imperative to protect what you can, control what you can control, and the rest, like I said, man, if people want your information, dude, the government can pinpoint a satellite and see you, at any given time and do what they want to do. Just
live your life by that, man. If someone wants it, they can get it. Just live your life by that. Just do what you can do to protect yourself and protect yourself long term. Like I personally would suggest something like LifeLock, or something that protects your full.
You bet.
Your full the credit and purchase history, purchase and everything all in one.
Go get those passwords or PIN codes that actually you have to go run credit checks, that kind of stuff. Protect you as much as you can.
All they all tell you, it's not foolproof. There's nothing you can do that's foolproof.
Yeah.
If someone wants it, they're going to get it. I think that's just what it is. You think we've heard about every time Jay-Z and Beyonce's bank account's been hacked probably not.
Right.
Because they probably change, you know what I mean? Like they probably change shit up so much in order to stay ahead.
Yeah.
Because they have to.
So I think for me, it's control what you can control. Yeah. I mean, is this disappointing? Absolutely. As a StockX customer, a multi-billion-dollar company, as we just found out with that investment that happened a few months ago. I think the biggest problem I have with that is I probably won't I probably won't discontinue doing business with StockX. That's not kind of my intention or my plan here. I think if anything, I think being a little bit more transparent as a business owner here, as we evolve to a more of a business type thing, do merch, that kind of stuff, I think it's imperative that you're absolutely transparent and honest with your customers, especially when you damn well know as a multi-billion-dollar company that something like this happens. You're aware of it. And to hide it, to not be transparent, I think that's StockX's biggest opportunity, and I think that's the biggest L in this case, in my opinion, as a StockX customer. That being said, this is not new. You look at Google. When you set up an Android phone, right? I sell phones every day, right? And when you set this up, one of the questions is, do you allow Google access to your location, to have access to this and to have access to that? And most 9.5 out of 10 people are going to say, yeah, I agree, because you have to move on to the next screen. iTunes does the same thing. iCloud with its servers, that kind of stuff. You can go into your private mode and viewing and think that you're not going to be seen and what you're looking at. You can go to the dark web, and even those can be tracked at some time. So people have information. People are getting your information. I looked into it. Shopify, right, which is just an e-commerce site that houses a lot of businesses. Shopify sells people's information, whether it's on the dark web, whether it's on regular web. That's what these companies do. Google's been guilty of it. Facebook's been guilty of it and had to go to court,
right?
Numerous times for that. This is not a new thing. And just the fact that StockX now, who's in a different world, the shoe world, the buy and resell market, where people are doing a lot of business with them, and it obviously affects more than 6 million people out there.
The bigger your company becomes, the more of a target you become.
The more
That's
risk.
just how it goes.
The more risk.
I'm honestly surprised it didn't happen sooner.
Yeah.
I would be telling Goat to watch out. I'd be,
sure.
Especially with Goat being Flight Club now, or being partnered with Flight Club, and
now they just merged with in China. Now they have some distribution things with China that just came out. So
I stand the exact same spot as you. I think this is happening all the time. This isn't something new. This isn't something. I'm not going to be one of those people that's just upset just to be upset. It doesn't really bother me that much because it happens. I understand it happens. The thing that bothers me is the fact that they weren't transparent. Just let me know what's up.
Right.
Let me know my shit got stolen. I think I deserve that as a customer.
Sure.
I think I deserve that and a little bit of credit on your site, to be honest.
That's what I was going to ask.
I think you
do
guys
you feel like you should be compensated?
Fuck yeah, I do.
What's compensation look like?
Some kind of credit.
Is it 100? Is it
500 bucks? You need to eat some. You need to take the L.
Yeah.
You need to give your customers some money. You need to give them a reason to still be customers on the platform once their shit got stolen. That's all I'm asking. Be transparent and give me a little bit of kickback.
Okay.
Those are the two things I would expect from anyone.
Yeah.
Wells Fargo, where my information got stolen.
Sure.
That's what I personally think you should have to do to do right by the customer.
Do you see this going to like a class action lawsuit where they will have to go to court and fight this because they weren't transparent, they weren't honest, they've been dealing with this, they knew about it, and I think that's why the lawsuit could occur. But with a class action lawsuit, and if they lost, they would probably have to compensate their users.
Right.
So I can foresee that. Do you believe that this shuts down StockX?
No, it shuts down, but I could see a lawsuit.
Okay.
What you're talking about, I could see them having to pay a penalty.
I'm with you as well. I think
it's stupid.
I think there'll be a class action lawsuit, and I think any user that's ever been affiliated with StockX will probably get something, even if it's just free shipping, out of this lawsuit. I think that'll happen, but I don't know what that'll look like. But it's
bullshit that they don't come out and do that for their customers
anyway
to begin with.
Yeah.
It's bullshit that they have to be put in court to do what's right.
Right.
Or to say, hey guys, we really do value you, and we want to show you that. You could tell me you value me all day, but you don't value my fucking info because it just got stolen. You weren't working hard enough there. Cool. But do you value me or not? Show me you do.
Right.
That's how I feel. Give me a little incentive and be transparent with me moving forward, and we can forgive it.
Try to make it right.
Other than that, if they have to be taken to court for me to get in money or anything, like you said, am I going to stop using the platform? Probably not. But it's not like, but I wouldn't have the high, I don't know. I never had any problems with StockX.
Same.
A lot of people had issues. A lot of people
I had a problem with Goat, but they took care of it.
Right.
But I really haven't had any problems with StockX.
Right. But it's almost like not shopping at Walmart. You're shooting yourself in the dick because they save everyone more money.
They do.
Everything is fucking cheaper there. You go to Walmart, it's all cheaper. So you don't want to go to Walmart. damaging yourself. It's just like StockX.
Yeah.
I'm only selling now on GOAT or on GOAT and Stadium Goods, or if I'm taking away a platform, then it's taking away money out of my pocket. It's taking an opportunity to make money out of my pocket, which is do what you want to do, but you're sabotaging yourself. Your beliefs are your beliefs. You're going to do what you're going to do. I'm going to do what's best for my wallet at all costs.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, especially right now in the position where I'm at.
Yeah, no doubt.
This is my job.
Yeah.
So I'm doing whatever I can to sell a shoe or whatever.
Yeah,
and
no
like you
doubt.
said, it's not that the data hasn't been stolen. Your information's been stolen. Your information's been sold. I'm cool with that. I understand that. I'm not cool with it, but it's like, it's
part
par
of the
for the course.
Yeah, it's part of the business.
Par for the course. Happens. It's going to happen if you're in the game. If you fucking make purchases online, shit's going to get stolen, right?
It is what it is. Yep.
But I want the transparency, and I want something that shows me you value
Try
me
to
as
make
a
it
customer.
right. Yeah.
instead of
Where's
just
the
telling
loyalty?
me,
Where's the?
hey, privacy is important to us. Is it? Are your customers important to you? Yeah, they are. Oh, then show them.
Right.
Let them know how important they are to you. We effed up. Here's what we want to do to make it right.
I agree.
I think all the people on the platform deserve that, especially the people that have been building the whole thing with you, that have been supporting you since you started and growing and growing and growing and opening more and more factories and building and building and building bigger. As you have these millions and millions and now the company being valued at $1 billion, you got to take a little L.
Yeah.
You got to give away some money. I'm sorry. Your CEO, your new CEO or the old CEO or somebody needs to take a little pay cut.
Yeah, maybe they won't get their next quarterly bonus.
And honestly,
Sorry.
I think that would gain you so much respect as a company if you came out and sent an email to all your customers that, hey, guys, this is what we're going to do. We're giving a $50 credit to everyone on the platform. This is going to cost us this much money. So-and-so was making this much. He's now making this much. So-and-so was making here. We've now dropped the salaries to here. This is what we had to do to compensate as a company and continue to expand and grow and move forward. And without damaging our company, we had to cut some salaries of the people responsible. This is what we did. This is how much it's costing.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be do you think customers would be like, damn,
Yeah.
these fools are serious about security. They're taking food out of people's mouths.
Yeah.
And realistically, let's be real. A top coder at StockX he loses 50 G's a year. He's still doing okay. 50 G's a year is not the guy's probably making a ton of, you know what the dudes that are coding those apps or coding that app is making sure that thing's running around the clock, making sure security's tight. You know what he's making?
Definitely over 6 figures. Yeah.
Way over 6
You would
figures.
think.
And if dude, you're responsible for all these people's information. You got to be held accountable too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, if the customers are holding StockX accountable, StockX has to hold
Yeah.
the employees accountable. And I'm not saying fire people. I'm saying, hey, we got to compensate. We got to compensate our
Loyalty.
customers here.
Our loyalty.
Yeah, no doubt. At least give people something that's been here for a while.
Right.
Little Johnny that signed up 3 months ago and got his information stolen. Sorry, Johnny. But Dallas, it's been buying and selling on here for 3.5 years or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
that's got to be worth more.
I think what they got to do is give.
If they can't afford to give everyone something.
I think they got to give Stringer a job at least. The bare minimum. Bare minimum. So that's what I would say on StockX. I don't have much else to say.
I'm good on it.
It is what it is, man. Protect yourself at all costs, but know that this happens, and this will continue to happen with other platforms. So check out your Google, check out your Facebook, check out your Instagram, check out all these. Put as many parameters to protect yourself as you can, but also live your life.
Yeezy day.
Yeezy day.
What's up with that?
I enjoyed it.
Did you guys cop anything?
No.
Dude, I shouldn't be saying this. I was at work
I was
all
editing
day.
my ass off. I was editing my ass off.
I know I sent you a text on the Beluga when the
Yep.
Beluga 1.0s came out. I definitely sent you a text to say, "Hey, dude, get locked," and you're like, "Got it."
Yep.
I'm
I was on it.
already.
I was up on it. I had the iPad, the phone, and the laptop. I'm editing every single drop. I was getting noties. Got nothing.
It was.
I didn't try to cop everything. I tried to cop a few things.
Yeah, just a few things, right?
I tried to cop the Belugas, and I tried to cop.
So let's start with the beginning here. Let me.
You know who crushed it?
DJ Crush.
Goldeneye.
Oh, dude, I saw what he got, dude. That guy got 3 or 4 pairs.
He said he was going to give me some tips, or he said he was going to give the cast some tips.
Huh.
Maybe we'll see when we get to the YouTube comments.
Yeah, no doubt. What I would say is, Yeezy Day. Was it everything? Okay, let's start. I got a lot to say about it. Okay, first of all, Yeezy Day. Was it as hyped up as it could have been? Yeah, it was pretty hyped because none of us knew. We had the countdowns. You know, we had, this surprise countdown. And that's what we had on the cast last time. That's what we talked about it. We're like, what is this?
Yeah.
We didn't know yet. So, could they have done way more with Yeezy Day than what they did? Absolutely. Dude, they didn't have any unreleased Yeezys. Could they have brought the Yeezy basketball shoe finally to fruition? Could it really came out? Could we have done a version 3 finally, a 350 V3? Could we have had maybe just one new silhouette? Could we started with something? Could we have had a reflective pair? I think they dropped the ball from that aspect.
Yeah.
That being said, how many more creams do we need? How many more frozen yellows do we need? How much more of this crap do we need? There was more crap than there was good stuff. And the good stuff, that being said, because they're trying to clear out a warehouse. So we all have to know as a people, like, dude, this all their intentions were to do here is to clean out a warehouse. So you're probably not going to have the heat. You're not going to have the best of the best.
Right.
You're going to have what's left of left. Okay. So it was a story of 700s. 700s, anything from utility blacks to the dumbass Tefras. I don't like the 700s. I have the Inertias. You did see the Inertias go out that day. There was pretty limited pairs of the Inertia. But the only things that really kind of sparked anything for me was the stuff that was hidden and hard to get. Do you know about the synths and how those popped up?
No.
Let me tell you, because I was able to cop the synths. So we're actually going to have a pair of synths, which is a regional exclusive that we didn't really have access to.
Right.
Your boy's going to have access to it. We're going to see it on the cast. We're going to see how close it is to the Lundmarks. We're going to see how shitty it is in comparison to anything else. I got a size 14 coming.
Did I bring you back those landmarks?
No.
I still have them.
We need to give them to Muzz.
All right.
Yeah. So I got a pair of synths coming. How you got the synths? This was so weird. So you had the queue of the Tefras, the Tefra 700s.
Yeah.
So you had to be in the waiting queue during the Tefra's release.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, I think there was like maybe 20 minutes left of the Tefras. All of a sudden, you get this doorbell sound on your computer. And now instead of the Tefras, you have a little thumbnail of the synths that you could click on. And if you did that and you got the bell, you were automatically enrolled into the synth queue now. So I was able to choose my pair or my size. And I was like, 10 and a half, because I know this is that new material. So I was like, I could probably do true to size. Let me go 10. Go to pay for it. Your cart's been adjusted. It's no longer in size. I go to the 10 and a half. Same thing. I'm in there. Your cart's been adjusted. Your shoe is no longer in the cart. And then I'm like, well, shit, there's a 12. Let me get size the 12. I got the 12. My cart.
No.
Emptied again. Like, damn,
My
what's
cart.
going on? So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me choose this size 14. StockX, they're going for over 400. Let me get that size 14. Confirmed. Got it.
Wow.
Your order is confirmed. You got a size 14 coming. Love it. So I got a size 14 synth. The other one that I tried to get was the Glow, and the Glow came about the same way as the synth. Now
when I looked at the Glow, it was all out.
You had to be in the queue. I forget what the queue was on that. It might have been the Utility Black 700. Don't quote me on that. But again, you had to be welcomed into that to get the Glow. The Glow was super, super limited down there.
Yeah, it was like 300 pairs.
So I wasn't even invited to try to get it. So it was already sold out, whatever. Missed out on that. The Yeezy Black non-reflective was there. I tried to get that pair. It was sold out by the time I tried. But I was able to get another pair, and I'm a little leery about this one, but I like the value of them. And I only tried this pair on the OG. I got the OG pair, but I got the Utility Black 500.
Oh.
So, remember I call them the rhinoceros foot.
Yeah.
So I did get a pair of those in my true to size, whereas the blush that I got, which was the OG of the 500, I did get 10 and a half. So I know those were more of a true to size shoe. So I think I'm excited. It's black. It's my Johnny Cage look. I wear a lot of black. I think I'll keep it.
Were you at work?
I was at work the whole day.
Just trying to cop all day.
Dude, I was at work the whole day. I was going to send you a picture because before we opened, it had already started this whole Yeezy day. Dude, I had
this whole Yeezy day.
Dude, I had 9 of our demo phones, like rocking the sites, trying to figure out.
Is that how you copped?
No, that didn't even work.
Oh, really?
I copped because in the back, like on my lunch break, I had a computer, my desktop computer, then I have a laptop computer, and then I had a phone as well. So between those three sources in the back, I was able to cop. But I just wanted to see if all of these phones would load these sites and see what it is. Almost like a sneakers thing. I think that's a great idea for sneakers. You put a bunch of different Google accounts on all these phones. We might have something. We might start our own bot service.
What are we doing?
I may never have to quit.
Oh, you're quitting all right.
You're quitting all right.
Oh, you're quitting all right. But so Yeezy Day was kind of fun for me. I got some pairs, I got 2 pairs. Let's be clear here on that. So you guys are finding about it first. I didn't put anything on my socials. I didn't let anybody know. So I've got a size
for the cast.
Got a size 14 cent, and I was wondering, do you think that'll fit your friend that needs it for the wedding? Is that too small?
Too small. He wears a 15, and Yeezy's already run small.
Damn.
But the big ones, who knows? I think we need to try. You take the insole out.
Just send them out to him.
I think this might be the pair for him. That's kind of why I got it too as well.
All right.
1, I could only get it. 2, and I'll just get you retail plus ship or something like that.
All right, cool. AP, we're gonna send you a pair of Yeezys.
AP,
you definitely will have to remove the insole.
You have to.
He listens to the cast, so we're just gonna talk directly to him for a second. We're gonna send you the shoes. You're gonna have to remove the insole, loosen up the laces, and let us know if they fit. If they don't fit, send them back. If they do fit, keep them.
Yeah.
I'll pay Dallas. Happy wedding.
Happy wedding.
Yeah. And
so this might work because, with the new materials, and I hear the bigger Yeezys, especially with these new materials, are kind of like a boat. So I'm curious to see. I think it's worth a shot because I think it'll feel like a 14.5 with the insole. You take the insole out, you're between a 14.5 and a 15. It might work, dude.
Right.
It really might. So I think this is worth a shot. I got it for retail as long as it ships. That one was from Adidas. The 500 was from Yeezy Supply.
Nice.
I have not got shipment notifications from either, but I was on my Twitter timeline yesterday. Nobody has with Adidas yet. And some had with Yeezy Supply, but on the 350s. Nobody has gotten their shipment confirmation on any 500s yet. So we'll see if they ship, but I'll have a pair of synths coming and a pair of utility 500s.
Wow.
Utility blacks. So,
all right.
So it was a success for me, I think. But man, Twitter was up in arms.
Oh, I know.
Oh, dude, Twitter was pissed. I can't get in. I can't get through. I don't know what's going on. And these are the worst shoes. And who needs more creams? And who needs more frozen yellows? And, but I think all in all, it could have been a lot better than what it was. I think they could have really done some cool shit with it. But that being said, I still knew in my heart of hearts that they were cleaning out a warehouse.
Dude, I just pulled up the comment from Goldeneye.
Yeah.
He drops, we got to just read his comment.
This guy got like 4 or 5 pairs.
Well, dude, he copped all the heat, not only 4 or 5 pairs, he copped them in the golden sizes.
Really?
Dude, so if you don't know, if you resell where the Yeezys, where the resell your price is at is 5s. 5.5, 6, but really 5.5.
Sure.
That 5.5, dude, if you can get a 5.5, go look at resale in any Yeezy.
Yeah.
You're at least making 150, at least. And on a lot of pairs, you're making over $200, $300, $400, $500, $600. So this fool scored, even in the statics. Go look up the statics, like 4 something. In a size 5.5, So any of those, you go, you're going to get a deal on them. So Goldeneye, another great cast, guys. Man, Yeezy Day was a wild ride. Normal Yeezy drops on Adidas are bad enough. 3 to 4 hours of being in the waiting room. This time, Adidas is like, how long can we make them suffer this time?
Right?
About 14 hours?
Maybe. I think it was closer to 16, if I'm correct on that.
30 Yeezys in one day is unprecedented, so of course I had to participate.
Yeah.
It was a good chance to see what methods still work and if any new strategies needed to be implemented in order to successfully check out. I managed to get 6 pairs of various 350 V2s.
Wow.
Here's what worked for me.
Uh-oh.
Get your notepad
the secret
ready, bro.
sauce.
Dude, this is where Goldeneye.
If you're not tuned in right now,
I gotta give him 3 shots for this. The fact that he is coming in here and sharing this info with us and with you guys is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I love that all you fucks that are following this channel just to see sneakers and bullshit and you never watch this are missing out on this. God, do I love it. Fuck you. Fuck you again. I'm so sorry with the F-bombs. Monday midsole, my aunt, I apologize. And I apologize for everyone who hates the gunshots. I'm on a rampage. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. Adidas.com. Here we go. Ready for the tips?
I'm ready.
Number 1, the multiple people jig on Google Chrome is still the best method to cop manually. I don't even know what that is.
Me either.
Look up the multiple people jig.
Okay.
I have no idea what that is. He says 50 to 60 windows minimum, as many windows each of your computers can handle without lagging too much. Each window needs to be a unique Chrome user, since Adidas tracks cookies and not the IP address. So this is the Google multiple people jig.
Gotcha.
This is what he's giving you here.
Okay.
This is works with Google Chrome browser. 50 to 60 windows minimum, as many of each of your computers can handle without lagging too much. JJ's can handle none.
JJ's out for that.
Each window needs to be a unique Chrome user, since Adidas tracks cookie and not IP address. That's step 3. Step 4, in your free time, each Chrome user will need to have personal info and payment information configured in Chrome's autofill. This part sucks, but it helps a great deal on release day. So this is like, when you're just getting everything ready and configuring. You're like your life free time, not free time during the drop. Number 5, make sure your computer volume is on and relatively high. You'll hear a ding when one of your windows gets past the waiting room.
Yep.
Look at this,
That
guys.
well, see, that was the ding that I got. Remember on the Tefras, I got the
Interesting.
ding since
I didn't know
available,
that.
ready to go.
Thanks for sharing the info for the cast, Dal.
I said the doorbell
You
ding.
didn't say the ding, did you?
Yes, you did.
All right, I'll take that.
Take that L.
Thank you. I did say the ding because I was new to the ding.
Yeah, I had never heard the ding. Is the ding new?
I don't get an Adidas Q because I don't want to mess with that.
Is the ding new?
I don't know.
Is this a new thing? The new ding?
Maybe it's new to everybody that had their volumes low.
I always have my phone on silent.
Is
I
the-
never have my phone.
Would
I
you
just go off
say-
vibrate. I rock everything off
Totally.
vibrate. I don't ever hear a sound on this bad
Would
boy.
you say is the new ding the new ting?
Nice one. We're doing
Nice.
some dings. We're doing some tings.
We're doing some things over here. No problem.
Okay, there you go. I'm sorry. I apologize, Dal. I didn't hear you say that.
Good.
I was taking your credit away, but I'll...
Give them some
Give them
fucking
some
credit.
credit. I mean, for real.
Once one window gets past the waiting room, close some of the other windows to free up some RAM on your computer and reduce lag during checkout. If you're
sense.
going for more pairs, you can open new windows after checkout. There you go.
Okay.
That's number 6. Number 7, once one of your windows gets past the waiting room, you have 5 to 8 minutes to check out before you get put back in the waiting room. So in some cases, if you can check out quickly, this is where setting up autofill ahead of time pays off. You can open a new tab in that same window, copy and paste the Adidas webpage, and have another opportunity to purchase another pair because that window won't be subjected to being in the waiting room for a few minutes, regardless of how many pairs were purchased.
Wow.
Look at that. That's on Adidas.com.
That's the biggest knowledge right there, I
Dude.
think. That's
So,
a jig.
Number 7, big tip.
That's a jig.
No doubt. So there you go. Adidas.com. That's the jig right there for the multiple people jig on Google Chrome.
Gotcha.
So check that out. Instructions are in the comments, but be careful, man. I saw Goldeneye. He tweeted out. He said, looks cute. Might delete later. So it might not be there later on.
Nice. I love that.
Next up on Yeezy Supply. He's got more tips. Yeezy Supply.
Oh, nice.
So here's a whole thing here.
I'll take these.
Number 1, 24 to 48 hours before drop day, add any item and proceed to checkout. Just fill out the shipping and payment info, but do not check out. So there you go. 24 to 48 hours before drop day, add any item and proceed to checkout. Fill out the shipping and payment info, but do not check out with that item.
Gotcha.
Obviously, you don't want to buy that item.
Yeah.
Bookmark the checkout page, then go back and delete the item from your cart.
Ah.
First tip on Yeezy Supply. Look at my man, the eye. Gosh, the eye of the tiger.
This cast is getting better by the minute.
Dude, this is all right. Number 2, on drop day, select your shoe size, then proceed to checkout while you are in line. Click on the save bookmarks that you should bypass the line and go straight to the checkout page. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. So you're going to, on drop day, go on Yeezy Supply, select your shoe size. While you're in line, click the bookmark. That's going to then flip you over, and it should bypass and go straight to the checkout page. If there is a password page set up, damn, dude, we should have copy and pasted this shit and deleted it and told Goldeneye, what are you doing? Fool, we need these for the cast.
Yeah.
We're trying to get some pair. I'm just kidding. That was selfish. I'll take that L.
L on the way out.
If there's a password page set up before you have a chance to do number one, the bookmark line. Okay, so what he's saying is 24 to 48 hours before drop day, if you go in there to put a random item in the cart and bookmark that page, if there's a password page set up before you have a chance to do that, the bookmark line bypass method can still be used. Once you pick your size to check out, bookmark the checkout page as insurance. If your size sells out, you can go back to the size selection and pick another size. Then click the save bookmark while in line and go straight to checkout. You won't have to wait in line again. Oh,
Wow,
man.
that's crazy.
Super, super sick. That's Yeezy Supply. He's got more. Sneakers.
Wow.
Nike sneakers, whole different animal. Nike's algorithm needs a refresh. Purchasing more through the app supposedly increases your chances at copping more limited shoes. I tested the theory and purchased 5 random shoes a week before the Travis Scott ones drop. Still took a fat L.
Huh.
That's it.
So what we said is bogus.
Ends the cast. Well, not necessarily, because maybe it takes a little bit to update.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can't just think a week before necessarily.
yeah, a week before. Maybe it takes a month. Maybe
Yeah.
it takes just a little bit of time to get in their system.
How consistent is this individual?
How consistent. Also, Goldeneye. I wish the comment didn't end there. Gosh, I wish you were on the phone right now. This is the kind of stuff people we need to have on the cast.
Yeah.
Fool. These are kind of guests we need to have giving out that pertinent info for the community.
Vital info.
You guys should have. We should be Patreon in this info.
I hope he feels real cute like real soon.
yes.
Get rid of this shit.
Might delete later.
Yeah.
I wish I could ask him some questions on this Goldeneye. Number one, did you return the items you purchased on sneakers?
Yeah.
Did you return those 5 pairs of sneakers? If yes, did you return them at your local Nike store?
Yeah.
Did you send them back to Nike? How'd you do it? Number one. Number two, how far after you bought them did you return them? Because
Right.
remember, I copped the pair of St. Germain 5s last cast. We showed them. I'm planning on doing the same thing. I'm just copying and the cool grays. Unless I love the cool grays, I'll keep them. But
If you're going to return them, I would wait till the exact last day of that return policy, so you can just maximize the algorithm if that's what your intentions are.
Right. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. You know who else thought this was Mike the Compass? I'd like to talk to that fool and see what he's been purchasing.
Yeah, no doubt. Kind of
Like,
what that looks like.
has
Yeah,
he-
we should get him on the cast next week.
Has he been purchasing shit based off the algorithm? Like,
He said that's what he believes
yeah,
works.
I know, but I want to know, what have you been purchasing?
Yeah.
Dog? Give me the exact, what have you been purchasing?
Yeah.
How often? Are you returning anything? Are you keeping it all? Like,
Let's get him on the cast next week.
let's get him on the cast. All right.
Or maybe this week, whatever. How many shitty undercover weird shoes have you bought, Mike, in the last 2 months?
Shitty undercover weird. We got to say that too. How many shitty undercover weird shoes
Have you bought in the last week?
have you bought?
Or
in the
2
last-
weeks? Or last month? How many of those dumbass bead joyrides have you bought?
Yeah. Speaking of that, let's get into the
I want to try them.
new releases.
All right.
What's coming out this week? What are you looking forward to? What's releasing? What are you copying? What are you passing on?
Yeah, for sure. So the Air Max 1 sketch to shelves are coming out in the black and in the white, right? So I don't really like the white. I don't mess with that. I don't need a lot of white shoes because I don't wear a lot of white shoes because I don't want to mess up a lot of white shoes.
Yep.
That being said, I do like that black sketch to shelf.
Yes, way better than the white pair.
That looks like a blueprint, but the black print
Exactly.
of it. And I think that pair is super sick. I think it just looks like a graphic design. You know, you're in this industrial kind of pre-concept model. I just love the way it looks, dude. I think that is super fire. And
Yeah,
I love
The
black shoes.
makes it easier to stand out.
Yeah, the white really pops on that. I think it's a great shoe. It's got a black midsole. It's got even almost like a black or gray outsole. I think this shoe is absolute fire. And that comes out the 9th, of this week alongside of the white. So check your sneakers app, check your Nike.com.
You copping for sure?
I'm going to try to get the black.
You're
for
gonna
sure.
go. You think it'll be under retail or no?
I don't think the black one will, but I believe the white one to be under retail. Just like the inside outs. You have you seen here lately? I think the inside outs are now going for $130 when they retailed for $160. So I think you'll see that, but I think the black, I don't see the black going under retail.
Okay.
Yeah, I
The
don't.
black sells
the white
out?
for sure. And maybe both of them sell out, but if not, you will probably see a restock on the white. I just can't really see that with the black. I think those are going to hold value, if not gain value.
I like the black pair a lot.
I think the black pair is fire.
And I think I'm with you. I think I'm going to cop the black pair.
Yeah.
And dude, it matches I think it's going to be either our first or second merch drop.
Okay.
It matches perfectly. You know, we have a blueprint design tee.
Yeah.
And it is fire. Shout out to my man at Tro High Studios.
Trev.
Go shoot that fool a follow on IG, man. He's going to be designing a lot of designs for us, merch, all kinds of stuff like that. Not that we're working with him exclusively. I'm working with anybody that's got cool designs. You know what I mean? Like I'm willing to work with. We're going to need, if we're trying to drop the level of merch we are, we're going to need designs. I don't design. I don't draw. Neither of us.
Yeah.
So I can just tell you what looks cool.
Yeah.
I can't make it look cool.
So yeah, I think this is going to look really good with our merch. Retail price $150.
$150, huh?
Yeah, which is weird because I guess it's not using as nice materials as the Inside Out, but it sounds like Inside Outs were $160. These are $150. I like this pair better, specifically the black. But we'll see. I'm really, really pumped on that. Outside of that, dude, there is not much else coming out except for, and I'm not interested by any means, but the Kyrie SpongeBob collab is finally coming out this week. You saw 2 weeks ago where the women's basketball team, like Brittany Griner, some of those other individuals, I can't remember if Sue Bird was wearing them or not. Sue Bird's been wearing a lot more off-white stuff.
A little crazy,
like the crazy off-white shit,
Yep.
you know?
She's in the game.
Along with Megan Rapinoe. That's I think they're together. So yeah, they got the fire shoes. But the SpongeBob collab, I'm not a SpongeBob fan. I know the theme song a little bit. It doesn't mean anything to me. And the Kyrie shoe doesn't mean anything to me. I hear the Kyrie's great to ball in. So if I was a baller,
that's what
I'd probably buy it. But
same thing. I'm with you. I don't buy. I'm not even really a collector like you are. Pretty much everything I buy, I'm trying to wear. So
I'm even out
I'm gonna wear it at some point.
And I'm even out just because, again, I like to collect things, but it's got to mean something.
Yeah.
And SpongeBob, I mean, it's not that I don't like it. I just never really followed it.
I'm with you. We're too old, dog.
Yeah.
It came out. I know a lot of younger people that watched that like in college and high school. Like
some of my reps watched it.
Right.
But some of my reps are like 19, 20.
That's what I'm saying. It was a younger, like we missed
Stringer's
it a little
age.
bit. Yeah.
Stringer, did you ever watch?
I was in that age group, and I don't know how I feel about these. They seem like a bit, I don't know, too kiddish in a way.
Yeah,
sure. But a lot of
But
Kyries
just
are.
like, yeah, but at the same time, I'm like you. I don't play basketball, so there would be no point of me getting these.
How do you
I
think
don't collect or anything like that. Like I kind of like how on the SpongeBob pair that the swoosh is kind of like I don't know if that's, I can't see it that well, but it's like a wavy Nike sign, so that's kind of cool. But other than that, like they did a great job of kind of like matching the color scheme and all.
It.
Yeah, that was awesome. But just I don't know. Even I've seen a couple on feet, just some photos I think taken in New York or something like that, and just I don't know. I'm not really feeling it.
So it doesn't mean anything to you. The collab, the shoe. How do you think these shoes would perform at your weightlifting competition?
Oh yeah.
Would these be a cop or a pass?
That's a pass.
Okay.
Those are basketball shoes.
Okay.
They're like meant for two different things.
So you're still going the Blazers?
Yeah, I would need something like a Converse essentially.
Sick.
I need a waffle bottom.
Gotcha. I like it. Okay, cool. The only other shoe that's really on the radar, same date, August 10th, you have the Air Jordan 6 PSG. So the Pierre Saint Germain. So that's coming out. It looks like the materials are really, really nice. From
just
the
like
early,
those fives.
Yeah, from the early pairs that I've seen, the suede and nubuck is really, really
not
nice.
ashy, just like those fives we talked about. Is great.
So, but again, it's a 6. A 6 feels like a cardboard box on your foot. So if you're into that, that's great. Not a must cop for me. I mean, again, soccer, I'm not a big soccer fan. You know, France, that whole the story isn't enough for me to cop. So those are probably the biggest releases this week. Outside of that, pairs that we'll be receiving this week.
Yeah. You're obviously you're getting the Yeezys.
So yeah, I should have the Yeezys as soon as they ship. So will we have them before next cast? I don't know. But we'll both actually have the Jordan 4, the cool grays.
Yes.
Those will be here tomorrow. So we'll have those. I've already seen them. I went to the mall, looked at them. Sizes are available. They sold out in certain platforms, but dude, they've restocked. They're still
they're
sitting
all
on
over.
shelves. Very easy to get. I think here in the next couple of months, you might even see those under retail for, $20 less. I think it's a great shoe. I wasn't really in the game
We can
as
look
much.
at them on Thursday when they come in.
I wasn't really in the game in 2004 when they initially came out,
no,
but I love 4s. They mean a lot. The quality on them is really good. So we'll talk more about them on Thursday. So, and then I've got the 2 pairs of Yeezys. Anything else coming in for you this week?
The fakes.
The
here.
Travis Scott?
Yeah. Travis Scott one low.
One lows.
Fakes. I got my reels. You got
Okay.
your reels.
Okay.
The fakes are coming in. You're going to have to come through.
Is it video time?
It's video time. We're about to be video time.
Nice.
So those will be here.
Will we have the video up this week?
Yeah.
Or maybe this weekend?
For sure.
Cool.
For sure.
Nice. I like it.
Well, whenever you can record.
Now, is that a Patreon only or is that for everybody?
I think.
Probably should do that for everybody, huh?
Yeah. I think
Gotta
that's
build the
one
hype.
that's just got to go out.
Help out
Yeah.
the community.
It's got to go out.
I like it.
It's got to go out.
I'm with it.
That box right there. Let's finish out with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me see
Let
that
me grab
thing. First, initially, I was like, what is going on? Did Dal get some special shit? He's got a black case with a little thing. And then I realized it's not a black case. It's a Container Store drop front.
It is.
The black joint
It is.
looking a lot nicer than mine.
Way nicer.
That looks clean as hell.
Yeah, so yesterday, I'm kind of trying to figure out what the next step is on my evolution. I'm obviously cutting a lot of pairs out of the collection, trying to just keep exactly what I like. As we're looking at quitting a job, I want to make sure that I have great pairs to not only keep and have for my collection, but also ones to sell when time gets rough or when times get rough or, get lean. I'll have a pair of shoes to lean on and sell if need be. But that being said, I've always used the IKEA just regular shelves. And for me, how I used to do it was I had my box, the shoe box, and then I'd have one shoe, whether it was the left or right, it didn't matter, facing out as a display. Here lately, I've just been keeping the shoes in the box.
Everything's pretty much in the shoebox.
So that's kind of hard,
If
right?
you saw the collection video.
Yeah, there's a big process to that, not only to show a shoe collection, but also to take them out every morning. It's like, what do I want to wear? And then it's hard to kind of remember what the shoe looks like 'cause
Right.
it's in the fucking box.
Right.
So it's like, will this look good with this outfit? Is this the one to go? So it's kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm like, well, how can I fix this? Well, I could take one shoe out, so I have that, or I could try the drop front boxes. I've always thought about that. I never liked the white because it kind of gets yellowy, and I just didn't like it. So I
More
never bought.
clear. Mine are more clear.
Are they?
Yeah.
So I didn't really like that.
The whole thing looks like this. It's just
Does
clear.
it? Yeah. So now that the black came out, I'm like, well, you know what, man? That'll not get so yellow. The clear front will stay clear. The sun's
Just
not
a cleaner
gonna.
look,
yeah,
yeah.
the sun's
Match
not
your
gonna.
outfits.
Yeah, the sun's not gonna affect these as much. Maybe blah blah blah, all these things. So I start making up these excuses in my head. At the end of the day, I was like, you know what? They're on sale right now. So anybody who wants the largest drop front boxes, you can get them for $7.99. There's no promo codes. There's nothing like that. It is just that's the sale price right now. I think a package of 6, because it's on sale, is cost you $47 and change.
Nice.
For a pack of 6. So you're saving a little money instead of buying one by one. But I went ahead and bought 4 yesterday at the local Container Store here. That online price works in store as well. You don't have to match it or anything. They have the same prices. And I was like, okay, cool. So maybe I'll go to this, maybe not. So it's a time to try. It's a trial process for me. So that's why I only bought 4. But I also thought, here's what I could do. I can lay out the shoes that I want to wear for that next week. I can take them out of the shoe boxes, out of the shelving, put them in the container boxes. Then I can kind of see them. I can kind of choose
Right.
and kind of have like more of a preparatory. Here's what I want to wear. Here's my rotation for the next week, right? And just kind of make it work that way. So that's my challenge to myself. That's why I wanted to try these. They're
Nice.
black. They're nice. Yeah. So here's where I'm at, and I wanted you to see them because I know you've always had the
Yeah,
the
they look
whites,
dope.
and
They
you
look
can
really
see
dope.
what the blacks look like.
Yeah, it's $7.99 right now.
$7.99.
That's cheap for the big one, and you don't even need the big one.
I don't need the big
You
one.
could've had the-
You put me on that.
Yeah, you could add the small one. Save
we,
yourself
we,
some.
we almost had an argument this morning. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean, dog? Like, dude, I have
I was like,
a
no.
size 10, 10 and a half. Like, why wouldn't I need the large? I need the large.
Yeah.
Well, the jig here is anybody with size, I would say 11 and a half or bigger. Maybe even 11.
I think it's an 11. Yeah,
I think 11 and bigger, you have to have the largest
you got to
box.
have the large box. I think
which
it's like
is-
11 to 14, or
which
13.
is $7.99. I believe the small boxes are on sale for I think $5.99. So you can actually save $2 per boxes if you only go up to a size 10, maybe 10 and a half. You can get the small
You got to
box.
return this.
I got the
guy.
big boxes.
You got to return this.
I should sell them to you.
I don't know if I need black in my collection.
Oh,
No,
you need black.
My whole thing is.
Oh, you need to mix it
Well,
up.
then I need to make the whole collection black.
You need to be Seth Fowler and mix it up. He's got black. He's got white.
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that?
No, I'm a uniform guy.
So, I came to the cast pretty happy to show off a sweet box, and franchise is like, yo, Doug.
If I
why
walked
did you get the
upstairs, that would
small?
drive me nuts. If I walked upstairs in my loft and I saw like just random different color boxes
Yeah.
in there with that, everything's clear except I got just a few that are not.
That'd be an eyesore.
Yeah, it would
That'd
just
be an eyesore.
You got to
You
go
would
all
need to
black. Or
create
you got to go all clear. It just
A
looks
super dope yin and yang design out of them.
Oh, you just create. Yeah,
That takes too much work.
Yeah, I'll probably just get all black and I'll just have TTF spelled out in the box. There you go. Right in the middle.
Oh, God, I'd love to read those roasts.
Quality.
I'd love it.
What is with that guy that he spelled out
TTF.
TTF on his boxes, dude? It's
This guy thinks he's Hall of Famer of container boxes or what? Who's this guy?
how. Yeah.
All right, so I got to exchange these for the smaller boxes, save some dough.
No, dude, I don't know what happened there. I do not know what happened.
What do you
there.
mean?
Why you didn't think of that while you're at the store?
I don't know, man.
I don't know what happened.
I didn't take my shoes off and put them in the box. I could have.
Yeah. All right, that wraps up the sneakers segment. Now, before we jump into the YouTube comments here, Sneakers and Fashion brought to you by Resjuvenator this week. Man, the most underrated podcast is affiliated with Resjuvenator. You can get 10% off your order by using the code underrated10. So that's all you got to do on their website. If you've not been to Resjuvenator's website, check out resjuvenator.com. Check out their social media. But if you've not seen it, they have a ton of different products, man. Everything from brushes to sneaker cleaner to sprays. If you got a situation like me where you wore your shoes with no socks, remember I told you guys about the Brutal Honeys a couple weeks. I ran outside to take the trash out. I ended up being out there. My girl was like, oh, we got to run to the store. I ended up jumping in the car, running to the store. I don't ever wear shoes without socks.
Gross.
That was a situation where I needed Resjuvenator deodorizer spray. To clean up the shoes.
Get a little stank
So,
out.
dude, you got that. You got sneaker brushes. You got a laundry care system. You got shoe trees. It is the one-stop shop for all your sneaker cleaning needs, organization needs, resjuvenator.com. So make sure you check that out and save 10% with the code underrated10.
Got it.
Let's jump into the YouTube comments here, Dow. I think we'll read some Patreon comments too.
Nice.
And then we'll kind of close out with a little bit of Hard Knocks. We'll kind of close the show there. Hard Knocks is coming up tomorrow night.
This week.
So we'll talk about that as well. Let's start it off with my man Niall. Yo, what is going down, y'all? Love the first vlogs, guys, on Patreon. Seeing a bit of what happens at NFL training camp was cool. TTF's rant about the guy beeping his car alarm was funny AF, but also true. Totally agree with your point of view and why on why be messing with other people's shit. Sorry, I botched that. You should try keeping up with the NFL season in Ireland. Most of the Saints games start at either 6 p.m. or 9 p.m. or 1 a.m. for the regular season. I'll stay up even till 4 a.m., then head to work after 2 to 3 hours of sleep. Finally, I pulled the trigger on the Air Jordan 1 LA to Chicago on StockX in a size 13 too. Neither of them released on Nike in Ireland. I was pissed. I heard about that. Did you hear about that? The LA to Chicago's, they didn't release international.
They didn't?
I didn't. A lot of people were complaining that they didn't release on the international sneakers apps.
Wow.
I know, crazy in other countries. So he's confirming here in Ireland, they didn't get that.
Interesting.
So, let's see. Love the setup you had for the sneaker collection. The 2-camera setup was dope.
Yeah.
And the remix of Dal's Like a Mug had me cracking up. Love what you guys are doing. Keep up the content.
Like a
So good
mug.
to see the vlogs back again. Peace from Ireland, dudes.
That was a pretty good edit.
Nice.
I didn't know that edit was coming myself, Niall. So when I got to see that, I was like, oh, that's fire.
Like a Mug?
Yeah. And the 2-camera, I even said, dude, that's a great idea. The 2-camera thing was real cool.
It came out good in the edit. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, you never know how it's going to actually turn out, but it worked out really, really well. I thought, you know, it could have been a lot worse. I was going to play that Like a Mug for you, but
Like a mug.
I don't have it pulled yet, so I'll include that in the soundboard next show.
Sick.
Anytime something's creasing, we're dropping that. The homie Luxic reacting to the vlog as well. Those bacons are just awesome. I can't explain it. They just are. Gotta love the cork insole when they do little things like that. Not a fan of the shoe with the shower curtain style, but dig the cork insole touch. Great vid.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Air Max 1 bacons. That's what he's talking about there.
Yeah, those are cool, man. That's a real cool pair.
King John, salute fellas. Thanks for the content. Those of us working the daily grind, appreciate the content. Thank you, sir.
Dope.
My bad I didn't give Luxic a shot too. There you go, bro. Al Baroon, can't wait to watch this vlog later. Used to love the old vlogs. Also, Stephen Ryan, dope vlogs. Keep them coming. So a lot of people liking the vlog on the Patreon. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to drop that for the public probably this week. So it looks like everyone's kind of seen it on the Patreon. So now I'll just put that out for the public. So part 1 of your collection. Going to be out in the world. Going to be out in the world.
Uh-oh.
You know what that means? We're going to probably get clipped like crazy for copyright. Because if you, I learned, if you upload it as private like this, they don't touch you. You can put whatever music you want in it because it's for your audience. Yeah. So dude, once we build up, once the following is cool enough, we can really have total control of our video and use whatever we want in anything by doing it that way.
Sounds way better.
Kind of tight, right?
I
know. All right, so let's continue along.
JJ would say, "You know how to get there, man. You just got to quit your job."
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Good times. All right, pulling up YouTube comments. There we go. Dirty DJ starts us off. Yo, what is going down, fellas? Another great cast. Man, what a bunch of crap that Yeezy drop was. No shot on anything that anyone would want. Got through the splash on ADC for the crap 700s only.
Yeah.
Word was that on bricks like the Mauve and other pairs, once you got through, it was supposed to show other shoes like the Glows, the Synth, etc.
Yeah.
But ADC wrote the coding wrong, and they didn't show up for anyone other than bot users. Below not good.
Hey.
Below not good.
Dirty DJ, you were wrong.
DJ, that's not correct.
I have the synths coming.
Yeah, Dal talked about it during the Sneakers and Fashion.
Yep.
That's exactly how he got through. So maybe it just didn't work for you, Dirty DJ. Or maybe your homies. It didn't work for me either, so I'm with you. It didn't work for anyone, damn it.
JJ says you got to quit your job before it'll work.
Was able to cop the black 500s in base size, at least, to flip towards the Glows. That's what I was saying. The small sizes were selling. The Sandstorm / Blade could have been better. How did you guys fare? Still got to check out Dal's shoe collection vid, saving it like fine wine. Keep up the great work, fellas.
Nice.
There he is. Dirty DJ coming through. What's he talking about? Sandstorm / Blade. How did you guys fare?
Sandstorm.
The Sandstorm, he says Sandstorm / Blade could happen. But then it says, and how did you guys fare? So I didn't cop anything. Dal, you already talked about what you copped.
Yeah.
Dirty DJ, appreciate the comment. T-Mobile up next. Going to be honest with you guys. Thank you, JJ.
Thank you for being honest.
Appreciate your honesty.
We want you to be
I
honest.
hate that so much. I've worked so hard to get rid of it, and now it's just coming back to haunt me.
You're back.
I've only been listening to the cast since after the last football season, and I'm nervous the cast might get too fantasy heavy for me. I love football and all sports, but really couldn't care less about fantasy. Obviously, you guys need to do you. I'm just hoping it's not different from the last few months. I do love that you list out the show so I can just fast forward, but I hope I still get the insight into your stories plus the fashion and sneaker stuff. As always, you got a loyal follower here, and I hope this is taken the way it's intended. No problem, guy. No problem at all. I mean,
fantasy's not for everybody. I get that, but we are big sports nuts. I mean, you weren't with us, last year during football season, and there were some DraftKings competitions. There was a lot of cool stuff that we did, sit-em stardoms, heaters, that people are really, really dying for and looking forward to. So, like you said, man, hey, I appreciate it saying, hey, there's a fast forward button. I can manipulate it, but don't worry, we're still transparent. I'll still fucking be in the doghouse with
nothing
Robin.
Changed from the show. Yeah,
Yeah.
If you noticed the show from last week, it was it's just a segment on the show.
That's it.
So I mean, during the sports segment or during the fantasy segment or whatever, it just becomes a segment.
I'm
on the
still
show.
supposed to cut grass every Sunday.
I honestly
That's
don't
not going to
think
change.
we'll talk fantasy on this show, but I think we have an intention of doing a fantasy football show that's 30 minutes long on Patreon. So I don't know that we need to go insanely heavy on this because that's going to be fantasy directed. People are on Patreon will be able to write in and let us ask direct questions. We'll be able to respond directly to people's stuff. So that's kind of what we're looking for with that. I mean, with the fantasy football stuff. So I think uploading it there or having a separate fantasy football show, whether it's on Patreon and on regular YouTube or whatever, regardless, I think doing a 30-minute fantasy football show is only going to bring more eyes to the cast. So I want to do that separately and kind of upload that as its own separate entity.
You bet.
Plus we can just get more direct stuff. He said, side notes, signing up for Patreon this week. Appreciate you, Doc.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. GoldenEye, we already read his. Killed it. Gave out all the knowledge. The homie Danny Belton. Sup, fools. Yeezy day was crazy. The countdowns, shit dropping left and right on both sites, McChickens, creams dropping twice, tons of 700s, which anyone can get for under retail with the poop emoji. L's on L's. I ended up copying the Sesames. It felt like a clearance sale without the sale prices. I feel like they dropped the ball with not dropping something new and hot, especially with the surprise countdowns. A separate cast dedicated solely to football and a regular cast fantasy free. Personally, I'm not into DraftKings. Personally, I'm not into DraftKings heavy, but it's just a matter of how you slice up the content. If I could shout out the homie T-Mobile and the other half of Mass Souls. His birthday was coincidentally on Yeezy Day. Oh, damn. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, fool.
I missed that one. Happy birthday to T-Mobile. Lastly, what are your thoughts on Carmelo Anthony this year? I know he played in Denver for a while. Didn't know if you guys were fans. Look good, feel good, cast good. 100 with the pound emoji.
Nice.
Danny Belton. So number one, first of all, I'll say that Mass Souls. Go follow Mass Souls, man. The homie Danny Belton and T-Mobile, they kind of started that together. Just a little sneaker IG.
Nice.
So Mass Souls, just go shoot them a follow. It's MASSOLES.
Nice.
There you go. What are your thoughts on Melo? No.
Melo.
Like, what do you mean? He said this year. Sorry.
This year, yeah. So obviously doesn't have a team. Nobody's
He's
picked
done,
him up.
is my thoughts. Yeah.
I think he's done as well. I did see the recent interview with Stephen A. Did you watch any of that?
No.
Stephen A. asked him some hard questions, like, hey, why aren't you with the league? Why aren't you, what are you doing here? He's working out hard. He seems prepped and ready to go. It sounds like he addressed kind of not the Rocket situation, but he was with Oklahoma City before them. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like Oklahoma City, in his opinion, now it's biased opinion, sounds like did him dirty. It sounds like the coach came to him and said, look, man, we need you to be a role player. We need you to just come off the bench. But that wasn't how Carmelo took it. Carmelo says, "Nah, that's not how it went." He's like, they weren't transparent with me. They didn't give me their goal and what their intentions were with me. So I was just kind of left out to dry.
That's weak. Yeah.
So
I bet he's right.
I don't know. So
I bet he's right.
But
I bet you management didn't do that. They put all their focus on Paul George and Russell Westbrook.
Sure.
They didn't put anything into Melo. They didn't know where they were trying to go.
Yeah.
And because of that scared little feeling that they had inside about having a convo with the guy.
Yeah.
Again, we talk about communication a ton on this cast. It's so much easier to just communicate with people than try to predict or predict is how they're going to react.
Mm-hmm.
Why do that? You don't know how someone's going to react. Just have the convo with them.
Right.
And then you can figure it out from there. But trying to figure it out behind the scenes when neither of you were talking is not going to figure anything out.
Yeah.
So I think the guy's done. I don't think it is just Oklahoma City. I do agree there, but I think Melo didn't work hard enough throughout throughout the years he was in his prime. I think he's a guy that just relied on talent. He wasn't doing what LeBron was doing. Melo was going out. Melo was dating the reality star. Melo was just
cheating on his wife.
Yeah. Melo wasn't he wasn't at home taking care of business.
Yeah.
And in the gym like LeBron.
Yeah.
He
wasn't celebrating Taco Tuesday like LeBron.
Right. It just shows he didn't have his priorities straight. And that's part of being a young kid. And that's why I don't fault anyone for that.
Right.
I probably could have made some of the same mistakes. I'm not saying I'm perfect either, but that's what makes the greats in sports great. Is they're great at a young age. Some guys don't figure it out until 28, 29, 30, and by that time it's too late.
You don't think with everything that's happened with him being released by OKC, being released by the Rockets, and now kind of being where he's at, you don't think he's learned a lesson and maybe could come off the bench and maybe score you 6 to 10 and be the kind of the sixth man? Because his ego is obviously taking a bunch of shots now here recently and continues to take shots.
I'm not going to shoot it down.
But as a business owner, I would say I'm out because I don't see it.
I don't either, but I don't want to say I'm 100% that couldn't happen. I think it's going to take the right situation. It's going to take the right owner.
Yeah.
It's going to take the right team. Dude, for some reason.
He drowned in NYC.
What is Denver sounding like to you? Does that feel like the right situation?
Nope.
Does that feel like the right coach?
Nope.
Does that feel like the right team?
He is not what this young squad who
I've
works
heard rumbles.
together, the squad that works so well together, that moves the ball so quick, so well.
To your point, he hasn't taken an ego hit. He hasn't changed his style up a little bit. He doesn't understand. He's not the 23-year-old Melo.
I don't want him.
For those reasons.
For that reason,
I'm out.
There you go.
Yep.
Landon up next. Most underrated fantasy football show is a great idea. I think it would be cool if you guys also recorded or live streamed some of the mock drafts, or maybe even did some mock drafts with us patrons. Sleeper is a good app for it. Looking forward to fantasy football show throughout the football season. Check that out. Sleeper.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it.
For mock drafts?
Yeah. I said we will take a look at
No,
it.
I know.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's talking about. I'm
Yeah.
rereading it. real
Yes,
quick.
yes. That's what I got from it.
Yep. Sleeper. All right. Yeah, but we should have like a. I'm not huge into mock drafts. I don't really do many of them, but I think it might be cool to do a mock draft with the
Yeah,
patrons.
anybody, we just send a link and say, hey,
Send
if
out
you want to
link,
be a part of
You
this
want to be a part of the mock draft?
and do it live, that'd be
Yeah,
sick.
that would be cool.
Well, do we have to have the iPad first?
No, I think because we would just be live streaming it.
Oh, live stream it, like almost like Instagram Live or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
Sick.
Just have one phone, live stream it. I wonder how we'd be able to mic it in though. To make it sound like a Fiat. To make it like we're not. Well, I guess, I mean, you could do a real super bootleg. You just set the phone up and then we're just there talking to the phone.
Could we mic
but
it into the Roadcaster somehow and
I don't
then
know.
have it
Ew,
positioned
that'd be-
somewhere? I don't know.
We'd have to do some testing.
Yeah.
We'd have to
For
do some
sure.
testing.
I like it. We'll see.
I like it. Landon. Really innovative. Coming up with the innovations. Fail Beast up next. Yo, fools. When are we getting JJ Stringer's Tinder date reviews? I can see it now. She was a foo-foo date, or a bit ashy appearance, or comes with a damaged box. With the laughing emoji.
A damaged box.
Do it for the cast. Cue the shots. There you, Stringer.
JJ, anything? Yeah. You have any replies to that?
I just have no money to go on dates because I have so many bills to pay at this point.
I think if you got yourself a haircut, which is well overdue, you could be having girls pay for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My hair is so fucking long right
Yeah, look
now.
at the sides, Stringer.
Yeah.
They're overgrowing. I don't even know notice you have earbuds in because they're overgrowing. I mean, it's to the point where you couldn't even tell if you had AirPods
The
in.
last
you could roll
time
around your AirPods in camo.
The last time I've had my hair this long was probably 8th grade or something like that.
I could see that.
JJ, it's almost so long that you have the top hair long, you have the sides long. You could almost undercut the sides and have a shaved under side cut.
Yeah. You're looking like Muzzy in 8th grade. You're looking like exactly what Muzzy would look like with long hair.
Maybe Muzzy in 2005 for sure.
Muzzy in 05.
Yeah, 05 Muzzy right here.
Next up, Jay Nasty, the Mad City Madman. Yo, smoking intro TTF on my Saturday. You'd even calm me down from that. Thumbs down. D-bag.
Oh, this is your rant.
Yep.
Ah, gotcha.
It even calmed me down for that from the thumbs down D-bag. Investigation nearly complete.
Nice.
Expect a full report on all possible suspects. Love this podcast, fellas. Just realized I'm only a minute 56 in. Squirrel.
The Jay Nasty and the ADD.
I love Jay Nasty. So
He's
funny.
tight.
Jefferson Jr., amazing as usual, gentlemen. I also had issues with Kick Square and the Travis Scott 4 release. I pre-ordered before the drop date and they never shipped. Had to file a chargeback. Their customer service is the worst. Recommend staying away from them.
There you go.
There you go. Jefferson Jr. coming through. Keith Crum, I think you're just not paying attention to the Cardinals, which why would you? Jones has had double-digit sacks every year he's been there. That's in reference to me on the last cast talking about Chandler Jones not really being mentioned since he
Right.
left the Patriots, which I guess you're right, Keith. Maybe he's been performing, but that's kind of my point. He's been performing that well, and I haven't heard shit.
That's the problem.
He has a double-digit sacks, and I don't even hear his name mentioned on the national cast.
Keith.
I don't even hear that he's having a great year. I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
So, like you said, unless you follow the team, it'd be like me. It'd be like me asking you how many sacks Bradley Chubb had last year in his rookie season. You know what I mean? Unless you follow the team,
Right.
maybe you're up on Von Miller. You're probably not really up on Bradley Chubb. Maybe you are. I don't know. That's just me. I'm not paying attention, and I didn't hear anything outside of any rumblings. So. Point taken, Keith. Thank you for coming through, dog. As always, man. I think that'll wrap it up, the YouTube comments. Let's just finish out with Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks coming to HBO tomorrow night, Tuesday night. Might be tonight, depending on when you're catching the cast. Are you locked in? Because I'm locked in. I know Dal's locked in.
Been there, done that.
You guys out there, are you locked in? Raiders this year. Love the show. Let me play you a little clip from Hard Knocks. This actually came out on Yahoo Sports the other day. And my Uncle Roselli, his cousin Nathan Peterman. It's like,
Is he back up?
dude, he's backup for Derek Carr. So Peterman's getting some shine on the show.
And
Roselli's locked in. Got
Gruden-
family on there.
Gruden actually likes Peterman.
I know.
Have you seen some of the things Gruden said?
Yes, of course.
Weird.
I know. Check this out, dude. Check this out.
Wow.
This is Derek Carr talking to Nathan Peterman on the upcoming season of Hard Knocks.
Peter Man, Peter Tan. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I like these cleats.
Where's Adidas at? Adidas, my man needs a shoe deal. What are we doing?
Let them know.
What are we doing?
Derek Carr says, I like these cleats. And he looks down, they're just some terrible GR Adidas cleats.
Yeah.
And then that's when Derek Carr proceeds to kind of roast him and says, Adidas, my man needs a shoe deal. What are we doing? Got to get my guy a shoe deal.
Nice.
He's obviously clowning his cleats.
Totally.
Where's Adidas at? Adidas, my man needs a shoe deal. What are we doing?
Let them know.
What are we doing? Come on, guys.
He's talking directly to the
Sorry about your
camera.
family.
Peterman. Get my man.
This is Nathan freaking Peterman, he said. Watch this.
Come on, guys.
Sorry about your family.
Peterman. Get my man a shoe deal.
Derek said it.
Quarterback.
Nike guy himself.
Derek said it.
Dude, and he's talking right into the Hard Knocks camera. He's
that's
looking right
sick.
at the camera, spinning the ball. And he's like, what are we doing? Adidas, give my man a shoe deal. This is Nate Peterman. Nate freaking Peterman. Give my man a shoe deal.
This is
I don't know
Nate-
why he all of a sudden sounds like he's an Oklahoma Sooner.
Yeah, no
Sooner
doubt.
With my
This
impression.
is Nate Peter Can.
Peter Man, Peter Can.
Peter Can.
Those Adidas, I like those. Got to get you a shoe deal. Why does he sound like he's from the South?
I don't know,
Let me
that
run
is
that
weird.
back.
Peter Man, Peter Tan. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Awesome. I like these cleats.
Where's Adidas at? Adidas, my man needs a shoe deal. What are we doing?
Let them know.
What are we doing? Come on, guys.
Sorry about your family.
Freaking Peterman. Get my man a shoe deal.
Derek said it.
Quarterback.
Nike guy himself.
It's quarterback.
Nike guy himself, though. The guy next to him starts trying to roast Carr. He's like, oh, Nike guy himself, though. He's talking because Carr's talking to Adidas.
Oh, yeah.
All this shit. Kind of funny. Yeah, dude, there you go. Hard Knocks. I am geeked. I can't wait for Hard Knocks. I'm
Yeah,
so excited for Hard Knocks.
The thing I love and the thing I also hate about Hard Knocks is it makes you a fan of that team.
Oh, yeah, you start rooting for the underdog guys, the
All of
guys
a
on the
sudden,
bubble
I was
and
a
shit.
Browns fan last
Right.
year. You know,
Oh, I'm a Browns fan this year. America's team, baby. America's team.
you know what I'm a fan
Going
of?
all the way.
Hey,
Going all the way.
all I'm a fan of is Baker Mayfield's mustache.
I love Baker so much.
Dude, his mustache. Did you hear his last interview? One's like, "Hey man, are you doing any special films with that mustache?" and Baker says, "Wouldn't you like to know?"
Oh, nice. Nice.
I love Baker. Did you see him shotgun the beer, dude?
Yeah.
At the baseball game
Oh, yeah.
with his
Yeah.
old lady.
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
he just drank one and he took a smile and he's like, and
So-
he catches a beer, bites it or gets it with
Yeah.
his tooth, dude. Opens it up.
Oh, I just saw him drinking it.
Oh,
Holy.
he opened it up with his tooth.
Wow. Yeah.
Shotgunned it.
That's a Sooner for you.
Sick.
Was that Baker talking or was that Carr talking on that video?
I don't know.
That was probably Bake Daddy, dude. That was
Yeah,
Bake
for
Baby.
sure.
That was Baker,
Get that man
bro.
a shoe deal.
Gotta get that man a shoe deal. This is Nate freaking Peterman.
God,
what are we
man.
doing?
What are we doing
What
here?
in the world? Peterman. All right.
I'm locked in tomorrow.
I'm so excited.
I'm already ready.
So excited for Hard Knocks. Thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for commenting on the show today in short fashion.
Yeah.
All you guys that didn't get to listen to the show or comment, you guys got to do better, man. I'm just playing. We got to do better getting the cast.
Sorry we were late.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And I think we're going to try to reach out. We'll have a guest for you on Thursday's show.
Yeah.
And we'll break down Hard Knocks and detail everything for you in the sneaker game. As always, thank you for
Nice.
tuning in. We will see you fools Friday.